All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a avid member of the channel, keep on doing that great job. We really and truly support it. All right, yes. So what we have on the chopping block today is the post match, where in which I'm going to give mines, and anyone actually comes on the channel will give theirs as well. Press conference reaction, where we go from here, and obviously we're going to be talking about the other teams as well, because other games played, I want to go through that. Obviously I'm going to do Concacaf on the Imaxit channel, so we can go deeper dive in that as well and you can hear from different countries. We are going to do that this week. Hopefully we can get everyone on board. All right, so I'm going to give my early fast analysis as to what I saw in the game. Yes, I thought we started pretty slow in the first 20 minutes, but that was credit to Senkits, because they were winning majority of the balls, and they were winning the first balls as well aerially, which was very much important, because majority of the times we start passing it from the back, we don't pass it straight through midfield. We try to go over the top, and majority of those balls they won them. So credit to St. Kitts. Even the coach, I've listened to the coach gave similar takes as to what he's actually satisfied with, and that is one of the things then that he was satisfied with, because his ambition is not to come out and win the Gold Cup at this point. Is just to grow their team to the level of maybe where Jamaica is today. So those are the things that I saw. But what I have to give credit, they found a way, and they keep grinding, and I have to show respect to that as well. So I do see things that I liked big time, but things that we must work on, because the competition will get tougher. Because and that's pretty much what Mr. Hallgrímsson said. He said we need to find the best balance. All right, and we're going to get into that. But that's my fast breakdown. Let me know yours in the comment section once you're rewatching this video. All right, so we have a few personals in the chat. Jason Guna says big up JD and the Imaxit family. Smash the like button as you're coming. All right, then we have Ted Dexter joined as well. Massive respect, Ted Dexter. We have the robot checking in. That's very good. Then we have Suriname in the building. Earl Banjo. Oh, you doing, man? Hope all is well. All right, so let me bring up the additional page now, so we start get into it, because we're going to go into the press conference and all of those things. All right, hopefully this works a little bit better. Yeah, I haven't used this in a while, but it looks like it's working this way. All right, so as you could see right here, we're just going to start with Concacaf page. Concacaf produced a page as to what took place yesterday in the group that we're going to start with. All right, so it's Jamaica. So they wrote a piece on Jamaica. They said quest for Gold Cup history arriving no, Gold Cup history driving Jamaica forward. What they're talking about, the goal scoring tally, that's the biggest we have ever scored in one game in a match, and it's supposed to be 5 goals. So that tells you that we are clicking in terms of the forward line, the ability, not clicking. I wouldn't use the word clicking. I would use the word ability. So the natural ability of the players them gets them that goal, as to what Mr. Hallgrímsson said himself. But what that means Jamaica could even get astronomically better if you're not clicking. So that is where the scary part would come. But the scary part, I would say, is not here as yet. Because once they start clicking now, that's when I would say the scary part has arrived. Let me know if you guys would agree with that. Mr. Hallgrímsson was a very honest person. I think I really like his interviews as to how he breaks down the game. Majority of the things that we said here, he's pretty much just saying it flat out, and he's not going around any corner, which I got to love. Love that. It's kind of a breath of fresh air, to be honest. because normally we never heard much about the interviews with the previous coach. And if we do, we hear some one-liners and those one-liners complaining about things. Well, now we're getting much more quality insights as to certain things, and you can ask the questions. I think even if persons don't respect him, because you still found persons that don't respect him. Even if they don't respect him, they still appreciate that they have that opportunity to say something, which is always important in my view. Which is always important in my view. Don't know about you, but for me, I think it's massively important. All right. Yes, I'm trying to get it up. 1 second. Just give me a second. Let me share it around the stream so others can come here because we're going to be doing 2 hours. I think Marlon should join us, yes, at some point, but it's good when I do start it so I can get to chop up everything fast. Once the other guys them come in, it tend to go a little bit slower. Um, and we lament and the conversation a little bit longer. So that's the reason why it's good when I'm actually there by myself to get over all of the things that I do want to cover. All right. All right. So let me get that. All right. So that is done now and dusted. So let me get the let me know if you're hearing something. I'm gonna play something right here and let me know if you're hearing it. All right. This is an interview. I'm gonna play an interview and let me know if it's coming through good enough because I'm testing out something. This is and let me know if you're hearing that, guys. You're not hearing it? Let me know if you're hearing the sound coming through. All right. No, nothing coming through. It's okay. Because what I'm doing, I'm trying to see how it works here. If it only works only when you force it through via the same bandwidth, which is very tough to be honest. Because but I know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it through this phone. I'm gonna do it through this phone, guys. All right, I will do it through this phone, so it could work. All right. This was Deshaun Bernard and John Russell on how they feel coming here. So I have to commend Simon and the JFF for always giving us something. Let the people learn about the players a little bit more because I think that gives them a better balance. Before they could say that some of these guys they don't know them and stuff. I think this is always better. All right. No, I'm not using OBS switchboard or Ozan. I'm using my normal system. I have equalizers and sets up. All right. So we're joined by I'm just using my normal phone now. Defender for the Reggae Boyz and also midfielder John Russell. John, let me start with you. Scoring your first goal for Jamaica. Tell me about what that moment was like for you.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good moment, great experience. How the goal came about, just made the run, and Leon just passing behind and touch and finish. So no, it was a good game to play, and also good to get on the score sheet.
And same for you, Dish, the emotion when you saw the ball hit the net.
Yeah, definitely a proud moment for me and my family. Really, definitely something I've dreamt about as a kid, and then obviously to do it on the stage and actually live it is definitely a great experience. Something I'm very proud of.
Yeah, and for both of you, this is your first major tournament with Jamaica. John, for you, what is the experience like? You were part of with the squad in Austria, and now here in America. What has it been like training with the team and game after game being around the squad?
Yeah, no, it's really enjoyable. I mean, the team have invited me in with open arms, so I'm really enjoying it here. And we're training, we're at it, we're enjoying ourselves, but also we're doing things proper. We want to get to one place. So I've loved it.
And same for you, Dish, playing international football. What has the journey been like for you?
Yeah, obviously the journey in my career has obviously been always up and down sometimes, but this is definitely an up moment for me. And the squad welcomed me. Definitely a good bunch of lads. And obviously there's been a few prem players, so every day I'm just learning off them really on how to get better. So definitely experience that I'm learning from.
All right, so we're joined by Okay, so they gave their take on it. I thought that both of them was pretty much accurate as to how I saw it. Um, and I love the fact that they're enjoying it. And as you heard, Dishan Bernard said, it's only going to get better from here because you have Prem players. Obviously, they do show respect to players playing at a higher level. You get me? Because they know that you only can learn. All right. And learning is a must. All right. And that's the difference why these guys reach so far. To be honest, they always seems to want to learn rather than thinking that they know everything. You understand me? So that is a big one there. That is a big one there. I'm going to pull up the Hallgrímsson version and then we get into that. But let me get the likes up on the video. Please share the video around and definitely subscribe to the channel. We are going to be going through it now. All right. Yes. Let me get some of the comments before we move on. So we have our Suriname brother Earl Banja. Big up yourself. Chevan says, team still not ready. Okay. Well, the coach said similar to that as well. But that can go as a bad and a good thing because maybe you said it's not ready because obviously when new competition comes, it's going to be astronomically tougher. That is true. But at the end of the day, let me maximize this a little. At the end of the day, bossy. At the end of the day, I think it's more slightly of a positive than a negative for me because I look at it like, okay, if you're not good enough as yet, but yet still you're still right here in the competition, that is a plus. So that means every single day you're going to only get better. And that can only bear more fruits for Jamaica. So it could serve as a positive and a negative as well, Chevron. But I think it's more of a positive. Big up yourself, Orzan. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, man, I'm well, man. I have completed a lot of things. Yes, okay. Thank you. It's okay, man. It's just me just trying to fast track what I do have here. Yes, so don't worry yourself. I will get it started for the next stream because I never had much time. I came straight in and chop it up with you guys. Jamaica's Guadeloupe, Guatemala, most likely. The group is so close that it could be Canada or Cuba too. It cannot be Canada. Canada cannot be Cuba, right? I will go at it. But I don't think it can be Cuba because Cuba is already down bad in 2 games, right? Yes. So let me check first. But I don't think it can be Cuba to win it. But I think Cuba might still have a possible chance. But let me check first. What up, man? Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Said, hello, JD. Jesus having a good tournament, but let's see what he can do against big teams. Well, he did well. He's a solid player. All right. I know Arzan. It was not running with the video. All right. Nick Brown, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Marcus, massive respect. How you doing, man? Hope all is well with you and the family. Loving the interviews so people can learn the players even more. I think a few people will, but I honestly believe that a lot won't because a lot don't really care, to be honest. Bless up my friend. Okay. It's weird, but bless up my friend. It can't be Cuba. They don't have any points. I was just trying to go in my on-screen Google brain power, but obviously I can't remember everything, so I would have waited and go there before I could have gotten it. All right. Yes, the local players thinks they better than to learn. My humble observation. Well, I think they have just not gotten into that position to actually learn, and that's a big difference. Cuba eliminated. Thank you, Rastas trial. All right. Then we have Rolando Henry. Big up yourself. Massive respect, and we are gonna get straight into the coaches talk right after this. Triple E. Big up yourself, and then we have Lulu. What JD? I am here just doing the work. I don't know. What's up with you? Yeah, because sometimes you come in and say some things I don't even know how to answer. You just say, what's up? All right, so let me move on with the coach. You know what? I'm gonna start with the St. Kitts coach because be respectful. It's always best. You get me? Start with him because you're gonna learn something about the St. Kitts coach. All right. And how coaches think?
tonight? Well, it was a good game. I think our team was much better tonight, especially in the first half. Um, the only problem I encountered though is that we allowed them too much space at times on the ball instead of being more aggressive and winning the ball as quick as possible and getting up the field. But nevertheless, the whole tournament has been a learning experience for us, and we're gonna use this as a measuring stick as we prepare for the the next encounter in September.
All right, so very good. He said for him, he think it was a good showing because they're in the developmental phase. They're not in the phase to come and take down majority of the big team. So they know their level. And that is something that I've always said. When you approach things as oh you know it, you kind of know where you're going to be going. So I think he knows where he's going. He knows what steps he has actually accomplished and what he wants to go at now. As he said, he should have been a little bit more aggressive in certain presses. Maybe that would have helped him, and we clearly saw that because they were winning the first headers and stuff, but maybe they were concentrating on the power of Jamaica, hence why they never took more risk earlier. All right, because it could have maybe been more fruitful if they had done so, because they did one majority of the aerial battles in the earlier part, the first balls.
Coach Archibald with Concacaf.com. Talk to me about some of the positive aspects from these three group stage games. In particular, I would guess you would highlight the first half with Trinidad and Tobago, and then today's first half, which you just briefly mentioned. But talk to me a little bit more in depth about those positive aspects, those positive things you can take from this group stage experience.
Yeah, we played against Trinidad. As you said, we were able to hold them at least to 44th minute to 0-0. So in my estimation, we played defensively sound. So that's one of the positive stuff. Also, we were defensively sound again against Jamaica tonight, this evening. So we can go away knowing that defensively we are good and we could be better still. The goals that we gave up, I think, was because we wasn't aggressive enough. We paid too much respect to the opponents in terms of allowing them to do what they had to do. But we need to get more aggressive, especially in and around our defensive area. So we could use that again to work on to get much better as we move forward. We also need to get more shots, firing at goals in the attack. We tried tonight to get some shots off. I think the game tonight was the only game in the tournament that we were able to look for shots. As we asked them to in the dressing room, we need to kick to score goals. So those are the positive for me that I think we could take away from the tournament and work harder for the future.
Okay, so someone in our comment section said, "Oh, can you concede 5 goals, but you're saying that you're defensively sound?" All right, you have their defensive setup. All right, but remember, you have a defensive line and you have your midfield line. So your defensive third, attacking third, and midfield third. So if your defensive line is still sturdy, you still pressure and defend in midfield as well, and you do it from forward. But your last line of defense always is the strongest. So if they breach your next 2/3 and you're still set up properly, and they overload you like with numbers, it still can be a strong enough defense, but your midfield and your forward just never lived up to it. So when he said if you be aggressive, more aggressive, it simply means your next 2/3 of players, which is attackers and midfielders, would have been shutting down those lanes so it wouldn't get exposed. And if it does get exposed, it would have been 4v4 or 2v4. So your defense that you think hold up or held up would have actually done better. All right. So for persons inside the chat says, "Oh, you can't see that." He makes perfect sense, but you just didn't never understood what he was actually saying. All right. So I'm glad to explain it right now for the person that says it in under the video.
Hello, Coach. My name is Holly. a dream classification in the preliminary phase. They managed to be in a group phase. Which teachings can this Gold Cup leave for St. Kitts?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, what teachings can this Gold Cup leave for St. Kitts?
Well, we have learned a valuable lesson that to be competing with the big boys, we have to raise our standard a little higher, fitness-wise in particular. The ability to concentrate 100% from start to end. The ability to play more as a team in the attack and defense. But most importantly, though, I will have to say the fitness level have to be a little more higher because we play against the likes of America, even Mexico. We didn't play them, but when we look at the standard that America and Mexico, when we look at the TV, these are the guys that are in Concacaf. And to see the level of fitness that they have, it's like we need to get more fitter to compete with this level. So once we fit, then we're able to play comfortably and as we want to play.
Next question.
All right, so that's the coach from St. Kitts, Austin. Austin. Yeah. So we're gonna bring up Heimir Hallgrímsson. And sorry if this is not a rah-rah cha-cha type of video that we just go back and forth with the comments. It's just remember we have some success, so we have to go through it and make sure we give them their ratings or not. All right, it's not every day we can only go one way. All right. Kevin Lacey said, "Bless up, Prophet JD. How are you doing? I am here. I am here. How are you doing? Slim B, how you doing, Slim B? Hope all is well with you and your family. Yes, we are here, man. We are here. Marcos says, I see Whisper right there with Antonio. Tells me he's trying to learn. Antonio is a good player to ask questions. Well, I never saw that because I was never really checking all them things. But massive respect for the information, big boss. Yeah, man, it's always helpful for everyone to be seeing things and passing information. Rolanda said, JD Reggae Boyz should not feel too comfortable because they beat St. Kitts and Nevis, and this knockout stage have way more quality and experienced teams. Add to that, yes, that is true. Maybe if Bowser tried to learn from his EPL teammates, his game would improve. He tried, man. He tried. Remember Bowser in the time when we had problems in the camp. Bowser was the only Jamaican-born player. Said he loves that they came in because they would help the team, not harm the team, and he will learn from them, and the challenges will be tougher and everyone will become better players. So if you go back in history, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, as to your name, you would have realized that Bowser is a better person than he has a good heart at hand, because he was one of the only bright sparks in that crisis moment, believe me. Yes, St. Kitts are looking like the weakest team in the whole tournament. I saw a lot of things from them that I'm impressed, you know. When Jamaica started winning Mexico, Canada, USA, Costa Rica, then we can say a different story. Yes, but that's what the quote says. We're going to get into the quotes. Ollie sounds kind of hot. Oh my God. The coach was referring to his first performance against Trinidad and Tobago. He was referring to the entire game. My Chan, Mary CA. Okay, all right. 103 people watching, 36 likes. Okay, well, people do what they want, big boss. I love the St. Kitts accent. Okay. All right, my Chan, you don't have my Chan. We stay on topic. All right. Love the St. Kitts accent. It sounds close to Jamaican accent. You know, that means no LA Lewis. No. I have not joined the clan of LA Lewis. Lewis's. All right. Yes, brain drain. Michael, Thomas, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you. All right. All right. So let me get into the coaches thing. All right. Yes. Dr. Era, big up yourself. So Kevin, Siobhan Givens. Um, St. Kitts game wasn't good despite the goals. Okay, so you're not impressed. Bessas documentary, massive respect. Big Boss, thanks very much. Let me start with the coach now because the coach, we beat him when he doesn't do anything. So I'm surprised that we are not praising him at this point. So I must.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Concacaf Gold Cup post-match press conference of Team Jamaica. I'd like to welcome head coach to my right, Heimir Hallgrímsson. Standard procedures, we'll take questions. Please identify yourself by name and organization. We'll jump straight to questions. First question. Go ahead. Arch.
Hi, Heimer Archbell with Concacaf.com. Nice win for your team tonight. How satisfying is it that you got goals from all across the board? It wasn't just one single guy scoring 2 or 3 goals. You had goals all across the board, contributions, assists from pretty much your whole team out there today. How satisfying is that for you, especially in this group stage finale?
Yeah, I think, given also that we did 6 changes to our starting lineup, I think we can only be happy. Of course, we were chasing some goal difference, but I think it would have been over-ambitious to equal the US goals. So to be in a tournament and win 5-0, it's just a big achievement. Even though we think at times we didn't play at full tempo, but like I said, we shouldn't spoil it with being over-ambitious. But that so many came about when the goals were scored is just fun. It gives the players confidence. It gets them motivated for the next game. So everyone has put something in, and hopefully now some players will stake a claim to start the next game. So I'm unlucky. The FIFA only allows starting 11. So we'll see. We now need just to focus on recovering quickly and be ready for the next match. We love.
All right. So he talks about it's okay with with what they did over the first 3 games. Remember, you have to always start with everything. You have to put things in context. They came in with a bunch of new players and they're trying to get chemistry. So he's saying that we have done very good. We have done the best Jamaica ever did in an entire tournament. All right, in an entire tournament thus far, as to in a group stage ever in history. All right, so we can't be over ambitious to say that we should have reached United States. So that's maybe a slight beaten to the fans that saying that, oh, we should have bag up Trinidad, we should have bag up this, and then we should have comes first. He's saying that it's fair based on how everything goes out. So would you agree with him there, or would you disagree with him? I tend to agree with him because I said in the United States game we were lucky to come out actually with a point, with the actual point, and he actually agreed with me. He said the point was very much valid because if you look at both the Mexico game, really, so like he goes back and look at the Mexico game because his first reaction was to say that they could have won it and they should have won it, but he changed his tune after watching the thing with the Mexico, and I thought he said the same thing about United States. So get the point out of United States was very much fair, and getting 5 goals in this game is very much fair. So I think I am going to agree with Mr. Hallgrímsson here. Sometimes we are trying to be overly ambitious. When we are the same ones saying that, so we can agree to every single thing, as in to say, oh, we don't have gelling, or players, we don't have all the right players in the right position, but yet still we need to score 585 million goals and we're not creating nothing. We're not creating from the midfield and we're not controlling midfield, and we don't have chemistry. So we can identify every single thing, but yet still say we should be winning it. And that puts unnecessary pressure on Mr. Hallgrímsson and people like that. And I tend to agree with him because I've been saying the same thing as well. All right. I still want him to get those things right, but I still agree with him to this point. So let me know what say you. All right. Grimo is an expert on answering questions. Yes, yes, he's definitely good. But I agreed because we were saying the same thing here. You can't say because Jamaica people is hard to please, just as what Bailey said. That's the only thing I am agreeing with him. All right, because you can't agree with one stance to say that we have nothing going on, we have no chemistry, not at all. We only have a bag of big players. Then if we have a bag of big players and we don't have any chemistry, we don't have nothing. It's actually, I think they have done a good job based on we not have nothing aside from just a bag of big players, and we never got time. This is the first time we're going to truly get time to put them together so they can get closer as the other teams. So I tend to agree with him. JD, did Bernard play for Manchester United senior team at any time? Yes, he played. I think he made one appearance. The one that I can remember. I don't know about the others, but I think he made one appearance. Yeah, but I can't remember the others. Grimmy made sure to drop in the fact that he dropped 6 players from the previous games. The previous game, yes, that is true. Maybe 5 because Low, you saw Low in the sideline because he was suspended. All right, yes, and you saw him in the sideline. Yes, you saw him in the sideline. I won't speak about that. You guys will know what's going on over there. All right. But let me continue. Bindi said the same is true for US. They were lucky getting a point from the game. The reason why we said Jamaica was lucky to get a point out of the game is what USA created. The clear chances that they have created. We are only saying they were lucky to get a point from the game because they're missing over the time period. So yes, I can agree with you, but if you apply context to it and you apply the next context to it, we never, pretty much what me and the coach saying, we never had it in our control as them missed their chance. They created the chance. So that means they were better than us in that game. All right. So even though I can agree to your point, you must can see what I'm actually saying. You get me? All right. I don't fear none of these teams. I think Jamaica can beat any one of these teams. All right. We will get into that, big boss. We are only going off what Grimmy says. All right. Yesterday the players were playing under duress from the heat. We are going to discuss that as well. JD, why you always get the big number from? What big number? What big number you talking about? Finally, JD agree with something the baller says. Jesus God. Oh Lord. What big number you talking about? Just when you, because remember it's a live stream. So when you answer, when you're answering me, put the question what you're answering to, so I can attack it when I answer it, because attack sounds a little bit too violent. All right. Yes. Sorry about that. Be grateful, people. That's pretty much what I'm saying, runners. Yes. And I am supporting the coach and the Jamaica national team. All right. Yes. And fighting against the commenters. JD, you and your supporters should say thank you to me. I'm the reason we won yesterday. Simplified Cinema Network. Please let me understand why you were the one that we won. You were the reason why we won yesterday. Please explain to me what you did. Dean Fraser laugh. What was he doing, JD? I don't know. Watch the game again and you will see what Demelo was doing. You know, I will not speak. It's not my business. Let me move on. Talk about football. All right. So clearly that means it was not about football. Bless up the Tennessee. Bless up. These guys, they always want to deviate. All right, you know what? Let me stay to football, because you see these guys, they always want to push the. Okay, you said 585 million shots are chances. Oh God, sorry. All right, my fault. But that just goes to say it's many. All right, yes.
Yeah,
let me move.
Game, but I'm really happy that so many came about around the goals.
Thank Thank you, Coach. Next question, gentleman, third row.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the biggest win in Gold Cup history for Jamaica. Preparing for the next stage, you have the winner of Group D. So far, that's Guadeloupe is ahead with Guatemala, Canada, and Cuba. What are you going to do between now and then to prepare, considering that that group has not yet ended?
Now we will analyze all of these teams. We can face these three teams. So we just start with analyzing and looking at the matches in that group. And we've already started, of course, because we knew we would face the teams in this group. So we've already started that. But that is going to be now our next task. But most importantly is to recover from this. It was a hot day, and the players were pushing. Even though we were winning, they were still pushing, and I give them a lot of credit for that, to try to keep on the tempo, because these games are always strange when you play them. Normally the tempo will go down and such, but they tried to push until the end. I'm really happy with them.
All right. So, as what we said, live, we saw it. Remember, these guys are coming from different location. They're coming from England. And it was middle of the day pretty much. It's weird. It's weird that the heat was ridiculous. They had to be putting towels over Deshaun Bernard. It surprised me he had such a good game, because they had to be, every break they have to be putting towels over them, especially the guys them that were born in England and they're just coming here. So like the Deshaun Bernard, the Lambakisa, those are the guys them. You can realize the guys them. Mariapa is Jamaican, but he's pretty much Jamaican born by now, because he's acclimatized to the region. But these guys, you clearly saw that they have not acclimatized to the region because they were struggling with the temperature. A person brought this to my attention to say that one of the game United States and Jamaica, they put it so far away from the Jamaican strong population to get as much fan base, and the time that we had the match was at a separate time, because the time zone was different. So the sun was way hotter than what United States had to face. So the heat. So can someone check that to confirm that is actually true? Well, if so, what they need to do, they need to start move the games from the United States region, because that is a big advantage to them. All right. Yes, it's a big advantage to them. If that's the case. All right. If that's the case, I don't know if it's true. So, but if that's the case, and they're complaining about the heat, I think they need to do something with that. It can't go that way, because it's a game that people need more goals, and anything can happen on the day. So you can't give someone a big advantage as to playing in cooler temperature, and then one playing in sunat with a bag of man where they know nothing about this type of temperature. They are not going to survive. So you're setting them up to fail. You know, if that is actually true, that is terrible from America, and they need to start figure ways out to not keep the tournament there, because it's like, and that's why the first 20 minutes they just couldn't rise up to that level. The first 20 minutes of the game, you can't believe it's the same team. We were saying it live, like, damn. And when the first break, I said, it's a blessing in disguise for the first break. Go back and watch my watch along. I said, it's a blessing in disguise for the first break. And when I saw the man them coming off, the specific guys them, the John Russell, and that's why you can't complain about their performance. If they look sluggish, guys, the man them playing in 1,000,000 degrees. England is not that warm, bro. England is not that warm. People, you have to understand, and you have to get information to help the way you form your opinion on something. All right? Yes. So the other man, the Jamaican born, them can run up and down. All right? The only man seems like he has not been really phased. And it's still him in the end, it was Latibodier. It was Latibodier. He was the only one, seems like he's not so phased with the problem. Yeah. Let me take some of the comments. And BM said, JD, did you see the trick beside Low yesterday? Okay, so clearly you have not heard nothing what I've said before, BM. Low was just practicing his Spanish. Okay, no problem. All right. The excuse. Qatar beat Mexico. Very interesting. Qatar might be better than people giving them credit for. Everyone give Qatar their credit. We will get to that at some point of the game, of the stream. But at this point, we're talking Jamaica. So let we move on with Jamaica, and then we will talk about the others in the back end of the video. All right, and we will have a separate video where we will bring everyone from the countries together so they can give their insights to what happened with their country. So it can sound a little bit different from me. Yeah, the heat was awful. I watched the Mexico versus Qatar, and the two teams look like they were suffering. Wow. Okay. Jamaicans. Okay. Wow. Is you who bring it up? No, 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 no. The boss with a cleaners beside him. Jesus God. The word cleaners is not the same as what Jamaica used. It has, oh my God. Shamar Nicholson, I get some belt buckle. But we will get to that when it comes, because as what we said, we have to look at conditions. We have to look at a lot of things before we talk. We can't just say things just because we can say things, Yes, so we are trying to be a little bit more responsible as to we approach certain conversation. I know, man, it always make me laugh, especially when I'm down. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, we have to still add some style to the conversation. Yes, but we're still serious at the same time. JD, the gameplay at 4 p.m. So the sun was at its hottest. Okay, so it is true then. Okay, it is true. Wow, that is sad. Let's go and fight. It's time for Jamaica to stop being a Concacaf punching bag. Let's play the hardest team and war it out. Stop hiding from them. I don't think there's no one hiding from them. That is true. West Coast time was 4 o'clock at kickoff. Well, they need to fix that. Concacaf need to fix that, people. All right. Concacaf need to fix that problem. You can't give two teams that's fighting for first spot, one a million degrees and one easy roll. Cade Cowell coming out with his 1980s hairstyle and he's 19 years old. So I don't know how he knows about that hairstyle. Running like he's faster than everybody on Jamaica's team combined and stronger than everybody on Jamaica's team combined. It definitely tells you it is the condition that caused the problem. All right. So I do agree to burn them out on that part. All right. So that's definitely sad. Why not have all the games play at night? I don't know. Maybe they want people to go home and stuff. But why not have the same the two games and play close together in the same condition? Then you get me. Don't give anyone any favoritism. Because it just might actually harm the next team, and you want it's fair play rule, not fair USA. Get preferential treatment and then everybody fair play rule. That don't make no sense. They never play fair yet. Why I can't stand them? Okay, I'm gonna bring it up the next time when me and Tactical them talking, and I think they're gonna agree with you guys. Concacaf organizer have no sense. Look at how the stadium was empty. Put the games in areas where both teams can come to support. That is true. It has always been like that, JD. They move our games out to Neverland. Wow. Wolf said, terrible from America. It's Concacaf that decide where the games are. Wow, that is definitely sad. So I'm surprised that all of you guys knew it, but because I never knew about it, Marlon maybe can help me on that side. But let me just get through the comments so I can catch up with the comments. All right. I want to come in, please do smash the like button. You know the thing go. We always aim for like 200, 250, and we only do 2 hours. Marlon just joined, but he will still do our 2 hours. All right, so still get up to 200, 250, so we can get visibility. Definitely share the contents where you can, and we are going to go into some deep diving after football as well. So maybe you will know exactly what happened in certain situation. I was using this one, so let me keep it right there. Look like I did something wrong. All right, so this is better. All right, so this is a Jamaica game. All right, put it right there. Curtis said, Fox Master JD, you're talking. Okay, massive respect, man. Thanks very much. All right. Bless up, Kevin. Massive respect. A lot of people in America. All right. JD, what you think of 80? Very disappointing. We're gonna get to that Tennessee, man. We are gonna get to it now. We want to just finish with Jamaica, so at least people know that we gave Jamaica it's time, because if we don't, people will say that we are just not talking about Jamaica. So let we just do that. We don't want to mix it up. Yeah, we just want to go place by place. East was burning up too, JD. Yes, it would have felt much hotter for a game, for JA game, because it would be 4 p.m. Eastern. PTS versus 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, fair enough. Big up yourself, Jason Ferran. Qatar took your country spot. We will get to that. Seems as if all the people only want to talk. Why, when Jamaica do good, when they don't have anything to fight about, so when they don't want to hear about Jamaica, so no one want to go over to the fight about things. You realize that, Marlon? So we out here talking about Jamaica now. Jamaica winning now. Jamaica looks good, and we want to just give Jamaica its credit. But these mans want to just go and fight something else. All right, don't worry yourself. I will be fighting with you. Don't worry. Watch. JD, the coach seems to be happy with the performance of the squad, because he said he wish he can pick more than that 11. Well, we're gonna get to big bosses. All right. Pagan, big up yourself. Red Crossing, big up yourself, and our brother Artalov, massive respect. Said, bless up, bro. The weather is brutal, especially in California where I am at. My shirt is soaked, just the humidity. All right. Wow. All right. So, Marlon, let me get in. What say you? You think that United States need to do better game management?
Not US. US to make the fixtures. It's Concacaf.
Okay. So why it seems to favor these big teams at all times?
We know, JD, we know that you always find Mexico playing around Arizona, Texas, or California, right? Where they have a fan base. So even to bring again at this in Oakland, right? However, the support would have never been there. And I think if you're playing each game at the same time, you have to play them at the same time zone, because the 90% are 95 degree in California, 95 degree in South Carolina, right? North Carolina. It's two different temperature, right?
Okay.
Man, the temperature on the West Coast is totally different, right? It's more humid. The humidity is much higher. So I saw the players suffering in there from the first 15 minutes. So
Marlon, with you seeing the players suffering, I know we figure out that the heat was definitely a problem. You think it's fair for we to be beating players, especially the ones them that were not born here, never really played long years? So I'm talking like Latibodier, Deshaun Bernard, Lamba Kisa, all of those guys that weren't born here. You think it's fair to judge them based off this performance or this game, even though all of them played well, but would it be fair?
Well, I think it's harder for them to adjust on for being person who were born in Europe, right? So especially, I think it's easier for you to come and adjust yourself on the East Coast more than Midwest or West Coast. But all of them perform well. But you could basically see where the players were the heat were really affecting them, because even the Mexico game that played last night, they had drink break in the same way. It was playing in the night, right?
Okay.
A game that started after 7, so it shows you something. So I think from a logistical standpoint, I think Concacaf need to work on that one. If both teams are playing the same game, let it be in the same time zone, right? I was at the game yesterday. I was telling somebody that the 2 games start, but I say but the 2 games are playing in two different eras, right? Pacific and Eastern is 2 different time. So both teams are playing together, but the weather factor, the heat factor is 2 different. Because The USA game would have started 7 o'clock, right? And our game would have basically started 4. So is that true or different time different?
Okay. Daniel Brawlin says, Imaxit, what you think about Bernard a right back if Pinnock forward? Uh, I don't know. I think Bernard can just play centre back because he has put in performances that maybe warrant his game. We already knew that he was one of the highest rated centre backs we actually have from the first day he came here. So it's not like he was a lowly rated centre back, to be honest. So I think he can literally play his position. He can play over anybody, to be honest. He can play over anybody. If he continues to play good, he gets pick over anybody because remember it's always about look, he's big as Damian Lowe, Ethan Pinnock. He's stronger, he's strong, if not stronger than both of them as well. So and he has range passing, maybe even better than both of them. And he can defend and he's fast, maybe faster than both of them. So he has almost everything. Almost everything. So if he keeps on putting in good performances as to what the coach always marvel about him, he's the person that the coach talks about the most highly. Like he keeps on saying what he does on the field. So I think he's playing for his position. Daniel Brawlin, I think that not necessarily anybody like he has to go somewhere else just to fit in on the field. I think what he has done in the Jamaica shirt with the limited game time, with all of these conditions, tell you how good he is. I think you soon start saying that you might have to start him. It doesn't matter who is playing. And maybe you will start see chopping and changing if he continues to play like this every single week. All right. And for people's take, the persons that disrespected me yesterday, talking about I'm fighting against player, it was Deshaun Bernard got the man of the match. All right. So everyone that came in, I made sure to put a comment in my chat and said, listen to me, all of these guys that be disrespectful yesterday, try to incite that I'm bad minding and I'm fighting or I'm doing all sort of things, try to bring a bad reputation on my channel. I was going to block them and I'm going to still block them. I'm going to go in there and search for all of them because you're blatantly lying. The guy actually get the best player on Concacaf website, the persons that keep the competition. So I don't know if any one of those persons gave away the awards in their back of their yards because they were trying to make me not do what I was doing, Marlon. And what I was doing is exactly fitting to what they wanted, which is give me your best players without the official award. But they said Leon Bailey won the official award, but yet still when I go on the page, it's saying it's Deshaun Bernard won the official award. You understand me? And it was confusing yesterday. But talented player. And as I've said, he's going to be one of Jamaica's best player. He's going to be one of Jamaica's best players, period. All right. And I think he can just play with anybody. Maybe him and Ethan Pinnock, you might see them early on. If Low have a good spell, you might see Low on him, whatever the situation is. But Ethan Pinnock, if he continues and to what he's doing, he's going to always be the favorite pairing, the favorite person out of the three. But it's good that Jamaica getting actual quality players. You get me? Or maybe it might force a three at the back. We don't know. Jamrock, we don't know. Yes, but I think he looks like he likes his 4 at the back more than 3. Marlon, what say you on that question? Bernard.
Well, as you said, Judy, you know, as a player that I've watched growing up, or being a player that comes from Manu Academy. So I have a lot of time for him. Person might say he hasn't progressed up to what they were looking for. I think the injury at the beginning of the season kind of probably a setback for him because I thought he'd have gone out and loan to a champion. We saw he went to Portsmouth, went there, played 17 games, playing centre back and playing right back, and he was good. And he was coming because there's a couple games that he getting to get match up. He was playing with the U23. But I think he will get a championship team, right, to really play and build back his career. And I think somewhere down the line we see him back in the Premier League. And I think his performance in this Gold Cup will even give him a better opportunity to even get to the Premier League closer. Because I I see him now even could play in the Scottish Premiership, probably at a Celtic or Rangers or Aberdeen, one of those top three teams to really build back on his resume for him to head back in the Premiership. But talented player, really game good. And I said, remember I said to you, once he get the game time and get to adjust himself to playing on this side of the world, you will see the best of him. And
I agree to the point that you said that maybe because remember, guys, he's in a contract now. Around 5 clubs, actual Premier League clubs already in for him. So I'm surprised that Jeremy Marlon saying that he might just have to work him way up by the Premier League. Yeah, me by the Championship. Already Premier League club asking for him. But not like the top echelon Premier League clubs, them like who is coming up and who maybe at the tail end. He has a reputation, and his loan spells really went well for him. So that is the best thing. If you do everything that you could possibly do in your life, you make a good CV for yourself. So I can tell you, this is the next centre back that Jamaica might just get that might turn out to exactly like Ethan Pinnock style centre back, but he's 10 years, he's 10 years younger, 6 years younger. You understand me? Yes, so that is the level, the difference. So I think with these players coming in, Jamaica will just get better. All right, period.
JD, it also shows the level of their football education. It looked like Iman Latibody, 22 and 23. These are two players that came through two of the top football academy in Europe, right? And you saw for them to settle in the team, right? And it all goes well. So you see when players are coming through a proper system. Lambakisa is playing there now, and he's getting better and better, right? Getting better and better through the tournament. I think now he's really showing his quality, playing regular now. You saw Amari Bell there. So I think once the players are coming, and I think it's even better for Gray to settle in. You saw him coming in a tournament instead of coming to a normal FIFA window where you have like a week or 10 days. But you're here in a tournament now, so you get a bigger understanding. They are basically what 7 days or 6 days now before the next game. So I think re-evaluate what the performance and where they went wrong. Aspect of the team they need to work on, and I think the team bonding is really showing off there. That's it. I think Coach Heimir is really a person who harmonizes his team. He take everybody and band them together. So that's one thing he will bring to the team, togetherness. And I said, JD, when he got the job, I think he's a person, one of the right person for it, because he knows how to work with small nation. As he said, he see more talented, see that Jamaica is more talented than what he had at Iceland to work with. So they just looking forward to going through. I think with this time they have to really go and evaluate, and you can sit and analyze who you'll be playing. I think we're looking for a good performance in the quarterfinal.
All right, agreed. Guys, we have 270 in the house. Please do smash the like button and get us over to the 200 mark if you can. If you forgot to hit the like button when to come in, or you got captured by the conversation, definitely do so, and definitely subscribe at the same time. All right, yes. Danica says, JD, when Trinidad don't play Jamaica, Angus find a way to bring up Jamaica in the press conference. I will listen to it to see what Angus talking about. Yes. But I think it's okay for him to bring up Jamaica because Jamaica was in the conversation of they could qualify, everyone could qualify just the same, so maybe it's fair, yes, maybe you're taking it a little bit too much to art, yes. Stop game set up to benefit Mexico and United States, playing California and St. Lucia. It's not random. Okay, well, says okay, that's for Daniel Brawlin. Concacaf always want Mexico, USA to meet in the final, so everything is organized along that line. All right, but it's based on their performances as well. So we can't just say that and the team always turn up to perform. You understand me? Because they are winning their games, qualifying. So yeah. But let me go through it. JD, the location was a mess. The game was played in the wilderness. The heat of the sun in the summer doubled that of the northeast. Oh wow, wow. Bernard is out of contract. Where will he play next season? We don't know as yet. I think when if he's done with this, he's going to start it out. And maybe in this thing you will hear that he signs to someone. But he had like 4 suitors. I'm going to build a big video separate for that. Yes. And I'm going to get inside information first. Blessings, JD. What do you think about Jamaica playing a team from Panama group? That's not going to happen. So we have to just focus on what's going on right here. We know where Jamaica will play. Jamaica finished second. We have explained that to you already 55 times. So I don't know why you want me to play a team from Panama group when we can't play a team from Panama group based on what the facts is. Man, we have to beat the one already, you know, because we did our videos show. Let me go through it again. All right. So you have 4 groups. You have 4 groups, guys. And group 1, United States, Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Kitts. 2 left from this group advanced to the group the knockout stage, Jamaica and United States. So A1 and A2. A2 are A1 or 1B and 1A and 1B. All right. Then you have for the Mexico group, which is group B, you have Mexico first and Qatar advanced. Haiti and Honduras went out. So that was a group of death. It turns out to be exactly like that. Group C, Panama, Martinique, to advance, but obviously at this point you still have a game to go, so you still have Costa Rica and El Salvador having a possible chance to come second. All right. Martinique could still come first, but they would need to score a bunch of goals and Costa Rica, because you have Panama, El Salvador, and Costa Rica. Martinique. But in order for Martinique to come first, Panama would have to lose to El Salvador just lose to El Salvador, and Martinique make up the goal difference right there. All right. So that's how it sits. But this is Group C. So you have A1 are 1A and 1B, and then you have Group D, which is Guadeloupe, Guatemala, Canada, Cuba. They have a 1 set of games game left to play. All right. Yes. Cuba, as to what someone says before, they can't qualify. They are on 0 point. After this point, all right, and they have 1 more game. They only can max out on 3 points, but the other 3 are still available. All right, even Canada can still take first spot depending on how they win the last game. The last game should be against Cuba, and if Guadeloupe and Guatemala should draw the game, they would remain on the same goal difference. So if Canada scores over 4 goals, I would say, they would have advanced. All right, they would have advanced in first place. All right, so it's still possible, but I don't see them scoring so much goals. All right, so this is Group D, not decided as yet, but as you can see, you have A1, whatever, A1, 1B, and 1A and 1B. All right, and then this is how the bracket looks now. For my brother. So Jamaica waiting on the winners of Group D. So the winners of Group D can be any one of the 3 teams, but it's more looking like it's going to be Guadeloupe because they are at the front at this point. But you have to wait until the game's finished before you know exactly who will make it. Mexico waiting on the runners-up of Group C. That has not been concluded as yet. Then the runners-up of Group D, which could be any one of the 3, but more likely looking like it's Guatemala at this point until the game finishes. All right, Canada is still in a good position. If they win, more likely they are going to advance. If they win, they are going to advance. Once they win, they are going to advance. But if they can win, because they have drew 2 games. All right, so that's how it sets up at this point. Any one of the team comes second in Group D will be playing United States on a separate bracket. So that's why you can't play a team from in Panama group, Big Boss. All right, because after this, you it's looking like Mexico favorite to go through to the next round. It's going to be tough for them, but I think they are going to get through to the semifinal. So if Jamaica should go to the semifinal, they have to face Mexico. And then you might not face any team from Panama group, Big Boss. When you look at the calculation, Arden, you might not face one team from Panama group because United States over here and they look dominant. So they might go straight to the finals. And if Jamaica goes straight to the finals, they don't face nobody from Panama group, included Panama as well. You see it, Marlon? So, so Arden, I don't know what's going on with you in Panama group, but it might not happen. But I know why you go for that. Because I am reading you, you know. I know why you go for that. You get me? Yes. Marlon, you have anything to say on that one?
The groups are set up already. So anybody advance, you know, if you win, if you came second in the group, once Panama win their group, they basically no way they can meet them unless it's in the final.
Yes, but sometimes RD need to let go of things. You get me? Because he went and go and sleep in a Marlon, as what you said yesterday, you know, and Panama, you know that is a problem, you know. So he comes here to talk about Panama. Ardien, your team won a game. 2 games in the same year, which last year we only won 1. So, so stop trying to look war with Marlon and leave Marlon alone, Ardien. That's what you want. Yes, man. We know him long time, you know, people. We know one Ardien a long time, all right? It was announced a year ago that Bernard signed a long-term contract. No, his contract, he never signed the contract. It reached a point, and it looks like he was at a tail end to decide what he wants to do. You understand me? And Manchester United, what the direction they're going as well. So I think it was by mutual consent with the release thing. All right, I think that's how it goes. You know? Yeah.
There's a year still remaining on his contract, so.
Yes, so it's by mutual consent then, and maybe they can't promise him game time, so maybe they just work out something. That's what I got from even his statement as well. I think they just work out something, to be honest. Where's Africans? We're gonna get Africans. Don't worry yourself, man. What, Marlon? Why Jamaican people love drama so much? We need to talk about 80. Where's Africans? We need to get Panama in our group. We just want to fight. So don't tell me that we don't love war, because everything what we say is something about fighting. Wow. Ardien wants Jamaica to go through the Panama Canal route. Oh my God. Sikaway said the world see that Bowser is no good. So then who we have that is better than Bowser? That's what I want to know. You understand? Who we have? We're going to get into the metrics of the football now, because we can't spend the whole time like that. All right. We only won 1 game last year. Yes. And now we won 2 in 1 week. And we are trying to fight other people. So no, we can't fight the team. So no, you know what? Let me go beat up the other teams them now, because we are win. So we can't fight Jamaica. So that, you know what that means, Marlon? We have gotten so caught up into fighting every day, it becomes automatic. You know? Respect Terra Francis. Oh, you doing, man? Hope all is well. Then we have people. Anytime you see Travis, don't block him on the channel, because Travis is gonna call me and bad me up, people. And people not bad me up in a life, people. I'm telling you, people not bad me up. So if you don't want me and Travis live good, I'm gonna stop block Travis from the channel, because it's not me. And Travis bad me up every week like a partner draw. Marlon, what can I do?
But big up Travis and down at West Treasure Beach. Big up on yourself, Limal. Big up on yourself. Qualify yesterday. Do team need a whole revamp in a JPL. But good to see we have another team. 3 of our Reggae Boyz. Good to see we have 2 two other teams we say from country going up in the league. Treasure Beach, I think is good for for the Western Confed, right? To have a team going up there, be in the league, and saw them play once and they look good. Rambo Edwards, big up yourself as a coach. Lima community, big up on yourself. The same former Benfica team that went up in the Premier League a couple years back. There's no Lima like
Marlon, not to cut you, but DJ Johnson says, allow me to tell, Jamaica won more than one game in their last 1 year calendar. What we started from, Big Boss, we started from the Nations League. The Nations League compared to now. The last time we won was Suriname game. We won. And then we won 2 days after 1 year. So it was more than 1 year we never won a game. Big Boss. So please go back. We have the facts here. We can pull it up and show you all the games that Jamaica played in that time. All right. And we play Argentina. We never won. We never beat Argentina. We played Mexico. We never beat Mexico. We played Suriname. We defeated Suriname, and then we move on from there. We drew with Suriname first, then we defeated them. So we're only counting from the time when we defeated them. We move on. We draw with Mexico, and then we drew with Mexico again. Then we played Cameroon. We drew with Cameroon. We played Qatar. We drew with Qatar behind closed door. We lost to Morocco. I'm just going all of the games, you know. Then we played 2 friendlies again against these 2 guys the other day. We lost to Jordan, and we lost to Qatar again. Then we played United States. We drew with United States. So please, DJ, Shon Johnson, tell me where we are lying, because that means the stats no nothing of us. DJ Shon Johnson alone has spin records, and it depend on him records. So I don't know. Shon Johnson, let me know how go on, because you alone know why I talk about, because we said a 1 year we don't win a game. So we have to account from the time we won a game. That's when the year start. So I don't know why is this even an argument. Go ahead, Marlon.
Today, Mr. Jesus say I have to come out of retirement because Lima I want baller, so.
Ooh.
Let's see her play that JPL next season.
I'm not, I can try. I'm in an old. I can definitely try. You know, remember, you know, when you get the education, you know, from over here, and you might look a little bit good, you know. So don't be surprised. Me not look bad. All right. Yes. So DJ, it is more than a year. We have not won a game, Big Boss. 1 year and 2 days to be exact. All right. You can go through the maths and return back. All right. We play every single format of team. We play Trinidad twice as well, Marlon. How can I take those 2 games out of it? We play Trinidad twice. We won and we draw and lost to Trinidad. So a whole heap of game we played in that 1 year spell after playing Suriname, and we have not collected 1 win. All right. Yes, because that was the last, Marlon. Suriname was the last game. Who was the coach of Suriname game? Paula? Was it Paula? Yeah, right.
Paula was the coach, and Mexico game was his last game.
The Mexico game was his last game, and he drew that one, right? All right. So we are right, man. We are right, man. So stop question us, Big Boss. If Austin can do it, and Virgo JD can do it, okay, no worry on yourself. I mash me up. Yeah, I'm here living big, nice life. I don't want me to stress myself out. You know? Any update on Pinnock? No. No. Where's the man?
Yeah, 10-minute run out.
10 minutes? Yeah, of course you can manage 10 minutes. I can manage 10 minutes, man. But let we not beat it. Let we not make this be about ourselves, because we never brandish that we're no big baller, we're no world class baller. That we have to get picked, you know? Yes. Good morning, BI Strong. How you doing, man? Are we happy or sad after yesterday? We are happy. We are very much happy after yesterday. What are you talking about, man? You see everyone laughing. You have 1 and 2 warboats came in the chat trying to divert the conversation, but it has not been that way today. Yes, I think I'm loving how we are dealing with the warboats, them. Yes, so Marlon, where we go from here?
It's, as I said, he have time now to really evaluate everything and plan ahead. By tomorrow night, the coaching staff will basically know who they will be playing, right? So I think that's one of the advantage of being in Group A, right? So I think really anybody you face now is one thing but a win. So as I said, as we had a conversation and saying that whether we like it or not, there's somewhere down the line we have to play Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah, fair enough.
it's meeting them at the semi-final, and that's where the case come. We have to fight it out, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
where I think that's where we can evaluate where the team has growing to since we played in February. So I think that's an evaluation. As for me, my prediction for them, I had them going to the semi-final. If we reach us, if we progress and go to the final, I will like that. That will show that we have really made big steps over the past couple months. As I said, tournament football some of the time. As I said, tournament football some of the times you don't see the prettiest football in tournament, and sometimes not every time the team playing the best football wins tournament. Because
Mm-hmm.
set up his side tactically and to get a result. When you reach, especially now you reach a knockout stage. Knockout stage is about winning, not losing. So you set up aside first thing not to lose the game. So so as I said, still, I think the qualifying, whoever we meet there out of those three teams, I think we have the team to get past them.
All right. So Sean, DJ Sean Johnson, I have said so much words and you have not understood anything I've said. Only what you are thinking in your own head. Marlon, was I not clear when I said that when we counted it, it was from the last time? If a man says we only
Like
win one game over the last year spanned, spanned mean from when we won the last game. It's a fact, big man. It's a fact.
you just need to tell us from last year June to this year June, right? We haven't won a game,
So
right? And
Marlon, Mr. That Mr. Marlon in a whole heap of different words. So I have to choose the words where you say Marlon for him understand.
I explain it to intellects, so I don't understand it. So, but we say from Suriname to Trinidad, right? It's basically the football summer is football competition start from the summer, right? So it's not from January. Yes, we beat Honduras last year, but the football started off when we started the National League. So that's what JD is telling us. Our last picture was from that Suriname game until we beat Trinidad last week.
No, Sean Johnson trying to style me. He wants to say I'm not Jamaican, so I can't explain nothing that I can't explain. Make him understand me. So Sean Johnson, me mean from the last time Jamaica win a game. Let me stay perfect in a patois. Move my sound patois enough. The last time Jamaica win a game till the next time them win a next game, it was 1 year and 2 days. Me think me very clear now. If me hear you make a next comment as to this, a war. So I have to find a way over dark. Maybe I need to try to do a video like that. Daniel says, "Love when my fellow Jamaican happy, All right, big boss. Hope you're happy as well. Yeah, man. Massive respect. I had to ask cause it's hard to tell. With Reggae Boyz crowd, be strong. You have a lot of people only find what people likes. So that's what they're gonna go towards. We have to do what is necessary. So if the black guys don't play and win, you're gonna see our tone completely different. But I totally agree with you. In the words of Jose Marino, if I speak, I am in big trouble. Jesus God. All right, so Jason brought up a big question here. JD, the coach said the players would have 2 days off and meet back up on Wednesday. So you agree with that, Marlon? go after because mines will be spicy.
Yeah, Jason, not 2 days of like they're going out. It's 2 days of training. The team is gonna see what is release them for giving them from free time. So it's not like
Okay.
they go off on their own and say, guess what? And come back in. They're still there. They're gonna still be a team together, but it's kind kind of really give them some free time, right? So first might see it and say, well, coach give them 2 days off, so probably then come to Jamaica. No, they're still a part of the team, see, like the team are spread out going away. I don't really have any problem with that.
Okay, man. Because people start thinking different. Because people like the sight of what they saw the last time on the screen yesterday. But they're saying we have to be very careful if you give these mans any day off because the screens look too beautiful. Yes, we are not going to explain in more detail, but if you give these mans any time, you ain't getting no performance. The only performance someone else getting is them getting their performance. So maybe Alan is right. He's not letting these mans out because these mans are wild beast. Based on
Oh,
what I'm
Judy,
saying.
but it's not like they're still gonna be in the team hotel. It's not like they're gonna say, okay, guess what? I got Vegas, I'm gonna Manhattan, right? I'll touch back in a LA. No,
Mm-hmm.
but they release them from training for 2 days. So they can have some free time, but it's not like you're gonna
Okay.
leave.
Okay, so all right. I think yes, I think it's fair to give them 2 days off in the same environment to make them work on their team bonding. But anything from team bonding, a suspension. You know. Yes, it's suspension. Anything from that is suspension. Straight up. If the man go up on a sideline, have no glaman style thing. I know I'm talking in codes, but I think people picking it up. Yes, suspension. You get me, Mr. Hallgrímsson? Make sure you have some balls and suspend some of them mans here if they are going to be going the wrong way. Not saying they are. All right, because I want this to stay as a positive video. But yes, suspend them if they're going to go down the wrong way, because some things that I've heard, I think you need to suspend some of them money if them do any other foolishness there. No, the tournament start. Not before it was okay. It happened like that. It's good that I don't speak. Luckily, I don't wear it on my forehead, so let me avoid that. Let me avoid that. I want Canada to top the group so we can slap them up. Okay, all right, all right. All right. What's the latest on Rupert? We said we don't know as yet. We're gonna try and get it soon. My team is without one of our best defenders, and we have advanced to the quarterfinal. Proud of the boys. Yes, our best player. Don't take that out of it. Our best player. And keep on don't playing the man's ability. I think we got the easier side of the bracket. Because Panama is playing better than Mexico. I don't think so. I don't think that is true. But I will make you have your opinion. But yeah. Any chance we play Qatar? No, no. All of those guys on the next bracket, it has to be the finals. All right. Anybody over the next bracket has to be the finals. So they have to beat up everybody, Panama, United States, before they come out. All right. You don't sound like us. Okay. So even when we talk Patois, okay, maybe I need to go back to Jamaica. Wow. You know, people, I'm not going to get into the ballers them business. I am not that friendly with these ballers, so I am not going to say nothing that I've heard. Maybe they need artificial intelligence translation for them to understand JD. Maybe I just need to get back to my roots and speak patois a lot more. The Reggae Boys is a welcome distraction from the upsetting West Indies team. Jesus God. Studio Michael Elliott. Why you left gone to West Indies? What are they doing, Marlon? I don't even know.
Jamaica football and Concacaf Gold Cup. You think West Indies don't need to be mentioned when it comes to any sports right now. They have disgraced the Caribbean in every way.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. So DJ Shon said, and me don't care what you want to say. Jamaica win more than one games last year.
JD bypass there. I move.
People, please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. That's how we have to live, because that's how it goes. So get us up to over 250 likes, and we would be massively grateful.
Yeah, Fabian Full. I think the Haitians they let themselves down last night. Like the Haitians they were really disappointing. Attack Honduras. Although they lost to Mexico, they were playing good. They had a lot of openings in the game. But I was looking for Haiti going up 1-0 in a game they know they have to win to advance, right? And not to lose to advance, and they didn't deliver. So I think what we normally see from the Haitian starting off good, and basically when you come to the end, when you need to deliver more than anything, it didn't go for them. Like Julie, internet, let me just read up or something. Yeah, guys, but I think moving forward, um the 4 games tomorrow are gonna be 4 interesting games. Martinique goes up against Costa Rica. I think Costa Rica, looking, if Costa Rica win, they will basically go through. Martinique, if Martinique win the game, and they will finish second, so they might be playing Mexico. So it's really tomorrow. I think we have 4 good games tomorrow. El Salvador versus Panama as well, and I think El Salvador is basically out of it unless Martinique lose, and Costa and El Salvador have to beat Panama big, and I don't really see that happening. I don't really see it. I think if we're looking at teams that have been disappointed in the Gold Cup, I think El Salvador is one. I didn't have Honduras really going anywhere, right? El Salvador disappointed me. I think we see Costa Rica really coming through a transition phase. Canadian hasn't looked themselves, right? So I think El Salvador has probably been the most disappointed team. Although they're playing good.
Go ahead, because I was just gonna talk on 80, but go ahead, because I was saving the 80, but I wanted to talk about the team of the week, because I know you were watching majority of the games. But go ahead, and then we chop up the team of the week.
Yeah, I'm saying for El Salvador, I think we were looking for them to be more competitive. We saw they play Panama, and they're missing a cutting edge as a striker. The build up, everything is there. They pass the ball around same way. Um, the defense, the defense, the defense. The game were built from defense and midfield, but they have been disappointed still. I think for me still the Haitian team. As I said, I had them advancing. I had Qatar finishing at the foot of the group, and Haiti didn't deliver. So for me, them and El Salvador has been the 2 teams that have really pulled through. But El Salvador has a chance to still advance same way if they beat Panama and Costa Rica. Actually, it's very difficult for them because they have to beat Panama big to go through. Because Martinique, we probably have a better goal difference than them. So they Costa Rica. So
Okay, so Jerome says, every day can't be training people. Man, them have to do a little sightseeing and recovering. Oh God. Jerome, it's a tournament. We can't, why we have to do things opposite to everybody and want the same results as everybody? I just can't understand this. We have to be professional and remain professional. It's great to be smiling. I've cried so much in the past. Win, lose or draw, I'm always supporting the guys. I love this team a lot. Daniel Parker, thanks very much, man. Love the positivity right there. Me no see, I'm not joke in a, enough things to say. Okay, all right, sick away. Thanks. All right. As long as they stay within the camp and stay off the pitch, I am fine with the days off. Semi-final not until Sunday, so still 3 full days. And a light day Saturday. Okay, no problem. Quarterfinals. I think it means quarterfinals. Yes. Um, one of those days off is travel back to the East Coast. Probably won't get that much rest. All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right. I won't say what I heard, but that's just me. JD, when last you been back to Jamaica? Long time, long time. For being full. So maybe that's why they said I'm not getting accent and all of those madness. But I think I've been around Jamaican every day inside Jamaica. So I should have the accent just the same. Yeah. I think they're just trolling me. I do have Jamaican accent. Um, even though the Nigerian came on my channel last time, Marlon, and said, "Me no sound nothing like Jamaican." Even me I try to talk. Damian Lowe have works for Crush JD. Well, all right, cool. Laugh out, you're a Surinamese man. Boy, I tell you, all right. JD get brain drain. To translate, is an AI. All right. 2 different year period. In my talk, JD. Okay. All right, fair enough. JD, West Indies lost to Netherlands and Scotland and failed to qualify for World Cup. Okay. So you have Cricket World Cup. Damn, a long time I don't watch World Cup then, you know. Because I usually watch cricket, you know, when they just started the 2020 thing. You know, but that's a long time, around maybe 12, 13, 14 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's a long time, man. But the 2020 was exciting. You had Chris Gayle, Shonda Paul, and they were very good in them all, and very good players. Chris Gayle was a big, strong player, and Shonda Paul was more the technical player, you know, that will bat the whole entire day and barely make points. You know, he was good, but he never made points like the big, strong, faster players. Them, you know, yeah. Sorry about that, the little glitch people. All right, I'm back. I'm back in full effect. All right, JD, you didn't read my comment. Laugh out loud, Lord. Oh, I'm very sorry. Put it again. Put it again. All right. Stink Mina. I know this is off topic, but I am a new subscriber. Why everyone thinks that you're not Jamaican? Where are you from? And where do you reside? I live in Belgium. I was born in Jamaica. But the reason why people always says things like this is because as to what I've gathered over the years, is that I'm always different from the average Jamaican, like the average way or we do things in Jamaica. The average way the average way is the right word. So, for instance, I am on YouTube. You have other Jamaican vloggers, but my way of doing things is like I am like an analyst, and I do speak other languages as well. So, and I'm connected to other countries. So I do cover like Trinidad, Suriname, Haiti, and stuff. And it looks like I give the same effort as I would give reside. It meant reside. So I give the same effort as to I gave it for Jamaica, and I don't split any biases. You know, so I'm just like a genuine person. If I do see exactly if the number is 1, Jamaicans want me to screw it to -1, so I can give Jamaica the upper hand, and I will never do that because I've sold myself to be a person that you can rely on to at least provide the accurate thing. You know, so I think that's why they don't think that I'm Jamaican enough. But based on my actions, it shows that maybe I'm more Jamaican than most of majority of these guys that call me out, you know. Yes, I've proven over the time on YouTube that I'm more Jamaican than all of them. You know, yeah. But it's okay. They can keep on doing me that. You know, yeah. I hope I explained that. Stink Nina. Please change your name though. Please change your name. Man, change your name. So sightseeing. I don't know if affect the team, JD. No, it might. Man says sightseeing, joke thing, focus only, no extra activities. I don't know what is wrong with him. Your language is good, just standard English to attract an international market. Yes, but I should even do more, Dexter, because I think that maybe I don't do Dutch much or none at all, I think. I think I would have attracted even more people from the Suriname, Netherlands, Belgian region. Yeah, so but we're trying, Dexter. Yeah, but massive respect, yeah. You didn't read my, okay, I read that one before. Joyce Fisher said, okay, JD, not points. It's called runs. It's called runs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, those players were very good. That's all I was trying to say, Where's Marlon? So Marlon, let me get into this. Let me get into this thing. This week two. You think this is the fear? This is the fear. Best 11, or you would have chopped someone. So people look at the best 11 here. Let me give it to you. You had in goal. In goal, you have M. Gonzalez. Then you have a back three here. Vargas, JP Vargas, K. Watson from Costa Rica. So Costa Rica has two persons in the back line. And then you have Damian Lowe making the team of the season two times. Two times. And then in midfield, you have D. Gray, Demarai Gray, a Jamaican, another Jamaican making it. So that's two Jamaicans in it. Mihalovic. And Celsa Borges, Costa Rica, got another person in it, and then you have Byron Reynolds, and then you have Uriel Antuna from Mexico, Jesus Ferreira, and Phaeton. Those are the guys made the best 11. The best team of the week two, that is week two. So don't come and fight for this week. Who you think missed out of week two? Based on the performances, Jamaica defeated Trinidad 4-1 on week two. All right. So on week two, who you think missed out from Jamaica? You think that you could have put in it? So Marlon, go ahead. You're muted, Marlon. You're muted. You're muted, Big Boss.
All from Friday, but I think it's okay. I think you find a way to put Peyton and Gray in it. Both of them had a tremendous game. Antuna had one of the highest ratings against
80.
So I think he merited his place. Burgess surprised, but he was in the middle of us walking and passing the ball.
Well, Marlon, it's a hard skill, because Jamaica can't do it, That's what we actually want, The man does a walking past the ball in the middle, and that's why we wanted Ravel. So you can't say because the man is a million years old, he's just walking and passing the ball. Why you always disrespect the Costa Ricans, so Marlon?
I mean, so I think Vargas. Zavaleta. I think the what's the name again? The centre back from the Rastafarian centre back from Guadeloupe. I think he was good.
You would have dropped him in.
I think he and Vargas, because for me Vargas was a weaker defender. He was a weaker defender. He was the one who was getting caught out most of the time against El Salvador. So he and Calvo was there. What Big Kendall had a really good game. At one point he was in the attacking third. Yeah, man. So it's a good team. Reynolds merited. I think he had a good goal against St. Kitts as a right back, but there's no left back there. So I think what they did and great, they didn't put a left back. So it's a good team out there still.
Okay, I do agree with the team as well. I think some of these players you couldn't take out, especially the forward action players. Them they were all incredible on week two. So definitely, I think the 3-4-3 system because they wanted to accommodate Gray and Phaeton is not playing in the position as Gray. Gray is playing in that right midfield position, left midfield position, and Phaeton is playing forward. But obviously, Gray is one of the forward players, so he could have been registered there. So both of them had 2 goals apiece, right, Marlon? 2 goals apiece in week two. So and Faith and goals, boy, oh my, this brother Marlon, we need to give him some respect. Oh, Eiley, why is he not kicking on? Because we know of him from the last Gold Cup. Even before that, we know about him. So why is he not kicking on to that higher echelon? Because I think he's up there with Leon Bailey and everybody in the Concacaf region as a winger.
Judy, I think in the first second division, you don't really get to see a lot of him. He was a player that who came through Gwenham and came there. So he was playing the French first division before they got relegated, right? So, but I think at the club level he hasn't been that consistent over the past 2 seasons. So he hasn't kicked on. I think even Ambrose as well is strike partner. He's no playing.
Mhm.
He does not play what was playing in the French first division. So, but he's a very deadly player, and I think he has a lethal right foot. Right, doesn't give you the raw pace, and he's a big player with as well. But anywhere only 18-yard box, he's very deadly there.
Yeah, some of the best goals in the Concacaf, man. Believe me, man. Every single time.
Yeah, and I think the thing about him still what he doesn't, he's not a player who really squares the ball a lot.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
I think that's what kind of holding back in the European scene. But in Concacaf, with his level of football intelligence and coming through, what he brings to Concacaf, he can get away with a lot of stuff, right? As I said, he has a fantastic right foot, kicks the ball with power. So I think that's work for him here. But he deserves his
Okay.
spot.
All right. Fair enough. I agree with you. I think he does deserve the spot, to be honest. Yeah. So let me go through the rest of the teams. So Mexico game. Let me just give it to them because they said they wanted us to go through those games. I will try and do a council maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I should have free time. I have to go early in the morning, but after that, once I do come in after 1 o'clock, so I can be do at 5 o'clock or so. On the Imaxit. So people look out for that one. All right, guys, we are off 200. So please do smash the like button and get us up there. Subscribe to the channel. Get us up to 6,500. That is our aim. Let's see if we can hit 6,500 before weekend. That would be good. All right, so we can close in on the 7,000, and then we can start getting more promotion on YouTube if we pass the 7,000 mark. All right. Yes. So for Mexico made a few changes to start. Yes. Jimenez, we have to start calling him out. I think he has big misses after big misses too much. So this game finishes 1-0 to Qatar. Obviously, Mexico had the best chances of the game. As you can see, Mexico have 25 shots, 6 shots on target, and 5 big chances, and all 5 big chances missed. It would work once. It was like a tactical football from. It's the most uncomfortable football game you're going to watch. I don't think Qatar play football when they are under pressure. They are the most dodgiest team. Marlon, we're not hearing you. We're not hearing Marlon.
Survival.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a worse game. And oh my God, them stop the play more than 700 million times.
What you call survival football. Qatar had what? Qatar had, I don't think Qatar reached 135 pass. I know
It's the most uncomfortable. Young King says, JD, you still have the same concept of Mexico. 1000%.
The
They
only thing
create
with
the
it,
most chances. They create,
and
and they are wasteful. Jimenez was very poor.
gave Qatar a goal.
Yes, and the goal that conceded was terrible from my boy from in the goal. I'm gonna credit Qatar for the win, but the tactics, the keeper went down. No, nothing is wrong with him, nothing at all, They put on, and when it's a con artist mentality, Marlon. They put the rotation keeper on to warm, so make it seems like what he's doing is valid, so he can avoid a yellow card. I'm saying, damn, but you know what? Credit to them. But this game was dominated by Mexico. This game could have finished Mexico's 5-6-0 just the same. If they play tomorrow, I think it still finished 5-6-0.
To say this, JD, I think in my time analyzing football, is the first time I've seen a team had 50 clearance in an international football game.
50 clearances. This is not, people. It's the most. Just look on the stats is right there in the face. 0 big chances. One shot in the game. One shot in the game, and that's the only one that scores. You get me?
One goal in the goal column, the clearance column, they won it, right? Tackles, they won it. Everything else is, but and this also shows you still enough, and it shows we see from time to time that dominating position, playing beautiful football, some of the time you don't get the result.
Mm-hmm.
But the result, when you look in the wing column, they got 3 points to advance, right?
Mm-hmm. But Marlon, at the same time, you have a few players that you have to call out. You have to call out the goalkeeper, and you have to call out Jimenez. Jimenez is the person that you have to call out. The man get 2 point blank goals to score. The one that he has on his volley, and he kicks it straight on the keeper. That should have scored.
Really, when I said it yesterday, man, I said I have Jimenez and Shamar at the same level, right? At the same level, yes. Argentine, naturalized Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Tata Martino got him. They brought him in the side, but he has moved on to final and did very well. But he was very wasteful for final as well. Although he scored 15 goals in the league, he was really wasteful for them. So, if you're talking about first more,
Yeah. Oh my God, man. Obviously, he's a higher rated player, guys. He's a higher rated player, but Mexico is blessed on getting the Funes Mori them of the competition, and the problem is they don't rate Henry Martin, and he seems to score every time. You just bring him on, he scores.
So I think still Raul is getting up in age. They need to find somebody to.
Yeah, okay. You muted the mic.
I said Jimenez is getting up in age, not the same as he was. So they're really missing a striker. They don't have.
But Marlon, he's young, You remember he's very young, So I think he can come good, but he just need to do it fast.
I'm talking about Raul. Raul is 32 going 33.
No, I know, but man, I'm saying the next Jimenez and Jimenez. One is 20, 23, right? One is 21, 22, 23?
23 and 22 going 23 and
22.
I said, what JD, you just won the Dutch league, so you're coming off a championship performance. But I said it to you yesterday. I said I don't think he's at the international stage as yet.
Okay. So you think that this is good for him to participate in this tournament, so he can improve him over time, because he might not have the experience over here as to club football.
And I think it's the same situation in Costa Rica. I think since
Canteras not clicking to the level.
We're talking about a father international standard who is scoring goal. They things Carlos Sabir.
Mm-hmm.
a striker from Costa Rica we can fear. We see Honduras same way. They still have to go back to a 35, 36-year-old Jerry Bengtson same way. So I think in Concacaf, I think USA have a plethora of young strikers there out there. Balogun just come in. They have a lot. Pera, Pepe. So there's so much young players there. Vasquez, which
And
I
their
like.
wingers, Marlon, and their wingers are scorers as well because Cade Coyle is something special with his 80s hairstyle. Believe me,
Man,
he's
and
something special.
Portugal, Pulisic same way. Um, Jordan Pfack same way. Not give that chance. Haji Wright. So they have a lot of striker and I think Haji Wright could start in any team in Concacaf right now.
Hmm. That's true. That's true. That's true. So,
But
so for me, guys, be honest. That I even saw something, and they were asking if Mexico is still the favorites for the tournament because Mexico came into this tournament as the favorites, and I would say yes. I would say yes because in the next round, if they're playing Jamaica, Jamaica is not going to act like they fear them, and if you come out and play against them, the difference is Qatar never wanted to play. They got the goal and they said, okay, this is a gift. You must be mad. We don't play from this point. There is no more football. You're going to learn about the craft of the great Jose Mourinho. And that's exactly what.
that's Jose Mourinho. This is but remember, no, he's another Portuguese man.
Yes, yes. Korea, sorry. Yes, Carlos Queiroz. Yes, yes. They were tactical. They are tactically good man.
No, he was Fergie assistant, right? And along with McLaren, he was Fergie assistant, and he used to be the man who lock off the back line. So you give him a goal up against Mexico when he know he want a result. But
So let me give them credit. Congratulations to them, but I don't think my belief changed on them. Christopher Wynn, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Oh, you're doing, man. But I don't. Let me know. Give me your top three based on everything that you saw. And remember, this was still a group of death. From the first, from when we made a group, we said this is the group of death because all of these teams are quality teams every single year. You understand me? So we expected drama in this one. All right. Yes. So Christopher said, "Big up, JD. I want you to know this. I don't." And don't be surprised, Jamaica will become the Concacaf powerhouse winning this Gold Cup competition. I think we can't become the Concacaf powerhouse winning this Gold Cup competition because the United States won like almost every competition over the last couple of time. Well,
yeah,
um,
yourself have won back to back, you know, and they have won two
yes,
nations.
so they and they have just won the next Nations League. So Jamaica can't be the and worst off, they have not used all of it. They pretty much gave everybody break and said they're gonna just show we that their system or their conveyor belt is so high life. You understand me? So Jamaica can't become the Concacaf pause. They can't become the Concacaf pause as yet. You have to do this for 3 years running straight. And we have an identity and we can put in anybody in the conveyor belt and just do it. You get me? United States can afford to do that because they have actually done it. You get me? And they are doing it now. United States look like the best team taking over from Mexico or maybe joined with Mexico based on their performance. And they don't have the players them that we know.
But JD, I think where US is concerned, US stop measuring up themselves against Concacaf team. They're now looking to
Yeah,
put them the European teams and the South American teams. That's where they're aiming for right now to be a world power. So I think
exactly.
they got what they wanted to reach the top of CONCACAF. So now they are aiming higher now to be competitive against the South American team and the European powerhouses. So I think that's why you see and if you basically notice now the players they're being linked to top European clubs, right? We see Timothy Reed just signed for Juventus.
Juventus, yes, Juventus.
In talks about him going to Lyon or AC Milan, right? So those are two top talented players for them. We have to remember that these two players don't reach 25 as yet. McKennie is still
They're
there.
So they're gonna be around in the Concacaf region to dominate for years to come.
When I think I met Tyler Adams was what 2000 when he was playing with Flemings and Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He was
So repeat that way, just Marlon.
Tyler Adams
Mm-hmm.
at 15 or 16-year-old was playing in the midfield with Speedy Williams and Fleming at New York, right? Playing USL.
Jesus God.
I remember going to a game, watching him playing Charleston Battery, and I saw this kid. I said, no man, this kid. I was even asking persons there if he has any Jamaican background in him. That time he was not part of US under 17 pool or anything. Then a couple of weeks after I got called up to US under 17, JD, you look at a kid was going through putting in tackles, right? I think it was what 2017. I think 2017 or 2018 when Chelsea came over, and Chelsea was playing Red Bull in the summer tournament. Speedy played in it as well, right? Had a good game against him. The person was saying Speedy like he's ready. Speedy was not part of Jamaica team at that time. It was 2017, but he really looked good. But he and Tyler Adams was really running the midfield at that time for Red Bull, right? What they basically they brought players up, the better players from the second team to the first team to play in a friendly game. And from there, JD, I saw that kid would have become something special, right?
But that's beautiful because look at that, guys. Marlon said Speedy was playing with Tyler Adams, and look where Tyler Adams reached and where our players reached. So it has to be something. It has to be mentality or something why one can reach in the Premier League, have some of the best stats, and everyone wants to buy him. So what are we doing to stop our players from progressing to that level? Obviously, Speedy is a little bit older than him, right, Marlon?
Speedy and Fleming was older than him. But I said what from the push on he had getting because when he started playing for the first team, Davis and these guys were still there the same way. The other guy from Australia was playing for Red Bull at the same time. So and he got in that team. Once he got there, when he really put in some good performance, and you saw Jesse Marsh was the coach at the time. Jesse Marsh went to Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg here, right? Then you see him move over to Red Bulls in Germany. So it's I think that's one of the things to JD because Red Bulls own these three teams. Really, him being an exceptional talent there, really put him on because even you have like the same Aaron Lang. Aaron Lang was a player that they was really highly touted in the US at that time. Was playing centre back, right? Then that time Taxi was master in the left back in MLS. So you see this player really, I think he's a kid that comes through the academy and is really gone on and really push on probably one of the top CDM in European football right now.
Yeah. So it's amazing, man. That's why I like to hear these stories because I don't know everything. I'm not going to act like I know everything, but it's just amazing that we can see the progression and what different levels and maybe what style Jamaica local players them, because remember that's why we try to cover everything for Jamaica local from Jamaica local to where it is now. That's why I never missed out the game yesterday. I made sure to do two because obviously if you don't know what you're talking about, oh, you're going to know what you're talking about. I saw people come here say act like we know everything. The standard of every program outside Jamaica, as my program, they come to know they know what they're talking about before they come here. So why in the Jamaican standard we should not know what you're talking about? So that's why in every other profession we're gonna act like we don't need to know nothing. We just need to turn up, and that styles growth. You understand me? So I love when I hear these stories. So it gets to prove that if you don't have certain things in the pipeline, you can't reach anywhere. So always know that doing the actual basics counts. You get me? Because that's why these guys are going to go everywhere. And then in the long run, you see what it does to United States team today. Because now they have a conveyor belt, and it took certain persons to just get the system running. You get me? Yes. Let me take a few comments. We saw Pagan says, thank you for keeping things balanced, JD. Yeah, man, we're gonna always do that. JD, does Jamaica have to change their formation if they play Mexico? I know. I think Mexico's ability will force Jamaica back into a more back five naturally. All right, just like the last time what we did, because the midfield is gonna be too open. You understand me? Yes. So
But
it
JD,
happens over and over. 5-4-1, which we change into always when we play in Mexico.
that's what they're basically playing now, right? It's a 4-1-4-1 because Bailey has a free role to be up and down.
But I'm just telling him that Bailey is going to drop off and become a midfielder, basically, because he's going to be forced and he can't get the ball, so he's going to drop back just to make sure he can do something in the game, or the coach is going to take him off. You know, so it's going to force into a 5-4-1 system, and maybe, you know, that's what I'm saying, our 4-5-1 system. But I think more somebody will drop deeper and try to make sure they don't get into those pockets, because Antuna is so skilled. Linus is like a freestyle footballer. They just bring him in when they don't want some freestyle. You know? Just some freestyle and bring in Linus with him and Antuna. Oh God.
I think Lion is a Mexican Maggie right now. No, these were these we have a call it as a JD. These were the two top talent we saw, right? Because that I was there when both of them clashed, right? Two of them had that two masterclass. Maggie had that stunning left footer, right? I think that's the only goal I remember that Maggie has scored, except for the Manning Cup goals, right? Right, a cracker from off his left foot from or the midfield, right? But both of them, they haven't kicked on, right? At least Antuna is back playing for Club America. But when he went to Real Betis after playing in under 20 tournament, he hasn't gone on. And I think if you analyze him, the progression what we're looking for him, and we can say Maggie, both players haven't kicked on. Both players have gone to Europe, and at least he's back in the Mexican League, which is, we know, is a top league in Concacaf. Maggie is back here in USL, trying to find his feet. Look okay so far. Not really nothing to really say. I think a far player plays in Europe. Was played in Europe. I think he's basically doing what he should do. Use the same body move and rock the midfielders and the defenders there, which is still working. But you're not seeing that a performance I'm putting out dominant. Say, guess what? I was in Belgium, right? But you can basically see JD that he has been exposed to a higher level of training when he goes out on the field. So at least you can basically see something that his time spent in Belgium, he has learned something there. There's no for him to really push back himself to get himself back in Europe. But I have seen part in his game where he's developing right now. He's learning to track back. I think he's a bit stronger right now than what we used to see before. Although the USL is not the highest standard, but I think he showed that his level is above the USL right now.
Okay, great. Thanks for Maggie. Yes, I would say both of them definitely disappoint, but one is very much still more successful than the other, to be honest. And I think anyone will get the break faster. It will be Diego Lainez, to be honest, because he still kept his level high when he does reach on the field, Marlon. That is the problem, you know. When Maggie goes on the field after getting the opportunity in Belgium, that's where he failed, you know.
That's true.
So the next one, short of game, because his style just never fit how the team want to play. And then they say, okay, go and get game time. But Maggie got the game and never really impressed. So that's the thing now. But now Marlon said he's improving all of those things. So we want to see a new style, and I hope he gets the opportunity to either go to the MLS. Remember when I came here and I said Maggie should go to the USL, you know, people said I'm disrespecting local ballers. And the man ended up in the USL. So, and then I heard people start saying, oh, yeah, it might be a good move for him. So then why, when I said it 2 years ago, you guys were saying that I'm disrespectful? No, you have to go where you get sure games, because you remember you left out of Jamaica. So your level never really rose. You get me? People just bought you as a potential. And that's why I said, Marlon, people should stop overhyping potential because people don't know what they're buying because they never played at the level before. So when you go there now and then you get the reality check, you majority of the time you're not going to be successful. You're going to get a bounce back and maybe your attitude determine if you stay there or not. And majority of the Jamaicans them don't get a chance to stay because maybe their attitude and their lack of understanding to say that, oh, it's my fault. They are always looking someone else to blame. Because I heard around 4 of them that came back to Jamaica and they start talking about coach never give them any game and coach a fight against them or something. The lack of accountability is such a bad thing. It hold them back. I think Diego Linus and those guys, they know that they weren't good enough. And now he starts to trap back and start being a different player. And I can clearly see outside. Remember against Mexico, in Jamaica, took the ball from Leon Bailey, chop him up, and they go down there and create the goal. You understand me? So you can see and you chop back and took the ball from Leon Bailey and go back and chop him up after and then pass it in. You understand me? So you can see that he's actually evolving. But I think we have to just be hold ourselves more accountable in the future in order for our players to improve because we have players on the same pathway as these guys, but they keep on doing better. And Marlon keep on mentioning a player connecting to a next player. And every single time we do the comparison, one is doing astronomically better than the other. You know, so it has to be something on our part why we are not upgrading to that level. Let me take a next comment here. Let's talk football. Said big up JD. We need to continue working on our identity, find a chemistry within, then we will be able to talk powerhouse. Yes, I think so, and result as well. It's very much important. Then we have our brother God King, Suriname in the building. Massive respect. All right. If you don't have a good agent, you won't move but tell you what, I've just explained the second side, Young Kings. It doesn't matter. You could have God as an agent. It don't work out for you if you don't do the thing. All right, that is always important. So the lack of accountability, which I've read, I'm reading things, and listening to past experience from others, and I realized that this is the problem with majority of the Jamaican kids them leaving. The lack of accountability, and a lot of people now, even being agents, the one thing they don't take is accountability. They don't take it either. So I don't even think Jamaica's improved in that level as well. So you will still see players going overseas and failing, and then still not taking accountability for their fails and improve on it. So kudos to Maggie to believe and Good afternoon. How are you doing, Chambers? All right. Yeah, man, massive respect, man. People, come on, man. We are here for 2 hours, and we haven't hit nowhere near 200 likes. We said 250 likes, and you guys have not done that, which is not. I'm not happy because 2 hours should be good enough for you to get it to 250 likes. So definitely get it past the 200. All right. Congrats, Jamaica. You on fire. All right. Yes. Then we have Advocate says we need Whisper to start. Advocate, we're talking advanced football here, not joking as to what Yahweh says. Advocate, football is not like what you see. And I saw this every single time. Yesterday I was doing a video, Marlon, and I heard if Whisper was there, we would have won this tournament. Football don't play like that. Whisper was on KC team. KC never win nothing. So how can he be at a higher level now playing Costa Rica and because of him they're going to win? No, football plays different. People are more educated in football. You understand me? So it's not like that. So, and that is even what you're talking about. He needs to start is in a higher level football. All right. So at some point, people, I think you guys are breaking footballers. That's why I love the fact that Marlon took this route of the video. Because we are talking about others that failed, and it was the same people like you, Advocate, doing these things to these people, getting in their heads, and they can't hold themselves accountable for nothing. And I'm telling you, if we continue, it's the same thing will happen again. Because I saw the man that control him. Accountability is not one of the things he deals with. All right, and you guys keep on doing the same thing and boosting these guys' ego. it makes them lack accountability, and they're going to go overseas and failed because they always naturally failed. But it's how you bounce back. You understand me? So you have to keep these guys honest and stop overhyping the players. I'm begging the please. You get me? The player is a good player, but he's not on the level of taking out the other guys them and put him in the team. You get me? JD, do you think Whisper will fail in Europe? All of these young players fail, Mr. Dre, but it's not the failure how you're talking about, like they might just fail and end up like Maggie. No, some of them have bad training sessions and they have to consult other persons. Remember, I'm here, Mr. Dre. I saw Gif Orban. Look at Gif Orban, Marlon. When he came, and they never wanted to pay the money for him in Belgium, after the first 2 training sessions, and they gave him the game. So Gif Orban, one of the best prospect in the world, he get the first opportunity in the training session, but never impressed in Belgium after they paid the money for him. And the guy said, you know what? They talked to him and maybe he's saying, boy, it's a new country, and they explain everything, and they gave him the opportunity to start Marlon. The rest is history. Because the man, they could have just said, okay, let me just loan him out. Gif Orban is I don't know. You guys know him. Look how much goal the guy is scoring. But he failed at the first training sessions. So sometimes we have to, and I think the first thing he said, he measures himself and keep himself humble. He said he keeps himself humble. Nobody on world football aside from Erling Haaland and Mbappe, people talking about like Gif Orban. No, and the guy said to we that that's how he approached things. He never expected to win on the first try. And every single time he goes in the games, he got it on the first try. But he fails in the trainings as well. You get me? Because it's a different region. You have to acclimatize to things. And then maybe the coach have to come up and say, okay, then, I think you have the talent. I'm going to still give you the break. Even though you never perform better than the next guy in the training. Because that's training. Let me put it in reality. And they put him in reality. And this guy never came out back. The man scored 1.8 billion goals in all competition. So you couldn't say it's just the Belgian competition. In Europe, he's doing the same thing. And now the 1 million might turn into around 50 million in one season. So people, it's not about the feel. It's not about the feel. And Mr. Dre, you understand me? So at least you guys understood where I'm coming from. It's not about the feel. It's about how you understand yourself. What I'm trying to say, when I hype up Whisper now and make it get to him head. He's a young kid. He's in Jamaica. He's around all people in Jamaica. Our culture is not that helpful to go abroad. I'm very sorry. Our culture don't prepare us to go abroad. You get me? So if you keep on pumping this thing in his head, you know what he's going to do? Start walk with his head higher than other people. And believe me, going in certain places, you could have be God level tier talent, and your attitude stink. You ain't going anywhere. Believe me, if you have God layered. So I'm not saying that's what the kid has, but I'm saying we have to be careful what type of animals we actually produce. You get me? We have to be careful. So stop with the forcing players in team. Show him your support in other ways. Tell him that it's best to tell him that even if you're on the bench, make sure you consult information you get information from Antonio, and make sure you learn as much with the campaign. But stop telling him better than Antonio, him better than Shamar Nicholson, him better than this. No, don't tell him nothing like that. He need to go on to work and learn about football. Go learn about football. Running up and down, running one way is not football. You get me? No, I never say it has gotten to him head, Juras. Am I not talking Jamaican enough? Why people don't understand when I'm giving you different scenarios. I'm saying we have to be very careful what we do to people. I never said it got into him head. May I tell people what they could do by these things that I'm seeing every day. So I'm just trying to say to people that you build other people pitney as well too. It's not. It's not one and not just the mother, the parents build kids. You yourself dictate or the other person's kids grow. So give the right messages to them. You get me? Stick your head down and try to learn as much. And that's my thing. I'm not gonna say Whisper need to start over no Shamar or nobody. Just go to the place and learn. So I want a kid to learn. I don't want to build monsters to believe that they're better than everybody and stuff, because that's not conducive towards progression in no way. You get me? And that's what I saw Jamaicans doing over and over.
I think at this stage right now, especially being around professional, right? You try to learn from the Mariapas, the Antonios, Shamar, Gray, Bailius himself there, right? The players that are there right now. These are the players you basically want to really learn from, right? You're gonna go in an environment, a professional environment that you haven't been in before, right? So it's how you go in and settle down. So that's why sometimes every person say that, oh, he's going to Chelsea team to start, right? But these are the professional players that are there. You try to learn from a man like Maps, who somebody is a father figure there, right? As most of the time when you hear some of the players, they get questions asked towards them on the coach. They say we can ask Mariapa, right? Because I think he and Taxi are the two long serving persons in the squad there, and then Blake and Lowe will come afterwards. So as I said, basically you have the players there who have that European experience, right? Amanda Nickel was been in the Premier League for how many years? Great season great as well. You learn from these players. So at least when you go into this situation, right, you can adjust yourself to it, right? You won't adjust at the same time, but you basically have an idea what the professionalism, what they're looking for, right, and what you need to do. So at least you have some type of level of education to go in that system, right? Remember now, coming from an academy and being at a club, or you come to a club academy, you're learning everything, right? You're learning the whole system going up now. He's gonna go to a place, right? He's going to a team where he's gonna find players at the same equal level, a team where you have to compete for a spot. Players who are gonna be way advanced than him, you have to compete with. So it's how you go now and how you really grasp it. But one thing I like about him, he has a very high confidence level. He's a youngster who's very confident, and I think his confidence level is really what drive him to do what he do same way. So it's a learning
Which is
process for
which is good, Marlon. I do agree with you. All right, but remember that's what I just said. You look at the touch. You said when he goes to other places, he's gonna see people better than him or on his level. So well, that is what now if you kind of boost their egos and they don't have that understanding because it was not developed in them. You understand me? Then things don't go well for them and then they just capitulate like all of the other Jamaicans. You understand me? So that is what I'm trying to avoid. So if someone can just give him the information what's required, it would help him. So I hope people in his ears telling him those things rather than telling him, oh, you're greatest. Never die. Phoenix. Yeah. You understand me? Yeah, I think that is like some ad libs for rappers. You know, this is called reality, and the task is tough at hand. You get me? Young Kings Entertainment said, of course, Whisper better than Nicholson. No cap. I don't think Whisper is nowhere near Nicholson. Nowhere near, because football, what you think you're seeing on the field is nothing like that. Ask the coach. Go in the press conference and ask the coach, and he will tell you you must be joking. If you ask the coach for Jamaica, Nicholson or Whisper, you must be joking. You know why? Why he never take Whisper and put him in the main games, in the main time of the game, not garbage minutes. Why never take him and put him in the main in the game? You know why? Because he's a raw player. That's exactly what the guy said. You don't know what he can do. You get me? You don't know what, so you expect him to just go forward and do something. But you don't know about, he does not know about running channel. He does not know half of the things about Shaman Nicholson does well. You get me? So sometimes, look at that. The game against Trinidad, Mikel Antonio could have been the man of the match. You know? Mikel Antonio never scored. He never scored. So then why is it I am talking about him could be the man of the match? Guys, you have to understand about football, man, and the metric. It's not one player. And every time when you take it to the one player conversation, believe me, you get me?
Right? As I said, the next 2 years is going to be 2 years of a very important part of his life, right? This is a key part of his development right now. So just hope he takes it and he learns very, very fast, right? Because remember now, when you go to a team, you have more than one coach to deal with, right? So it's how he takes it from there, and his development is going to be very key.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But 2 early years, this is really gonna set him up for the future.
My God, the people, just listen to me, man. People, sometimes look, our majority of our goals them came from the wingers. We are playing wing transition football. All right, we are playing one wing transition football. That's what we are playing. So then, why is it una fight? Why is it una fight the strikers them when the strikers them are making openings for the wing transition football to activate? Are you guys actually seeing what's happening on the field? The coach telling you. The coach telling you what happened on the field. Wing transition football is what you do to open the wings for the wingers to flourish. The Leon Bailey, the Demarai Gray, the two key players in that system. So if they are the ones that ended up scoring after person run, make decoy runs, take away the moving parts, which is the centre backs them, and you get the chances them. How can they be beating others them? I think people listen to too much people when not really actually watching football. You know? Maybe they're just saying words, but they're not watching football. I'm telling you.
But Judy,
So
what realize, right? We have one goal from one of our strikers, right? And it's one that broke squares today.
yes.
Right? Thing goes, it shows that our wingers, midfielders are getting themselves in the attacking third, right? Remember the goals that they score apart from the dead ball that we in the first game against US. All the other goals are coming from open play, right? So it shows you even yesterday. I don't know if you saw the play when Antonio turned on the 80 was driving to the box, and when he tried to tread that pass through, who was in the box? Who was he passing the ball to? Not about there.
Yes, and that because it's a wing transition style, so it's not the strikers. You're gonna see the strikers dropping deep like they're cams, coming in because they have to draw out the midfield. The centre backs them are push back the centre backs them because that's their job in the system. But people not looking at the system. I think that's why they might think that we don't have much sense in it because people not actually researching and educating themselves on these conversations.
Look at it again yesterday with the offside that was called back. The two offside that was called back. Where's the ball coming from? Right, the ball that played through the channel. The ball came to Bailey, right? When the one that Dexter scored. I think he was a little bit a second too early on it, right? But it shows you something. They show you that. Remember I said Leon is playing in the central behind Mikel, and he found himself out there. So I think the rotation of the front four is working very, very good. You saw yesterday most of the time to Demarai came in and give Bell the opportunity to go down the flank to put in the square. It's as I said, the understanding is coming with the players, and the coach said the more time.
Because in the last two games we never saw the fullbacks them overlapping because they never reached that progression in the actual system, and that's what people don't see.
The rotation but even in the game, the Jordan game, right? You saw it was a late run from Lambert to get the penalty, right? So the midfielders are getting themselves in the attacking third, right? So as we say, none of the forwards hasn't scored a goal until yesterday, and Burke scored that one, right? However, still Antonio has created so many openings. right?
Yes, and he's gonna always be the first person on the team sheet, and you're wondering, oh, he doesn't score a bag of goal. He should go on the bench. People, I think the lack of education on football, um, putting pressure on the coach unnecessarily. So, and that's where it comes up to me for me to always say that we have to be careful who we give power to. Always, you understand me? You get me? Because these things does put unnecessary pressure on the coach, and then we will get a proper coach fired. You know, obviously he does things that I'm not liking, but we can't make the man doing something good and then we are going to force the man to get players on the field that might not deserve to be on the field, and make it harder for him to get his result that's required. And you guys are going to beat him for the result when he does not get it, when you're forcing him to do what you want. It doesn't. Football don't work like that. I'm telling the people. All right. Yes, let me just go through the comments. Them guys, make sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Let's start talk football. Says JD and Marlon, you're so right. I watched an interview with Saka, and you will be surprised what he said about experienced players, especially David Luiz. That a lot of people look down on being on the outside. I'm telling you, but they don't understand. Everybody better than Burke. Nobody just no have as much energy as him, but energy is a part of football. Mark Davis said no one is hyping up Whisper, sir. He clearly is a cut above the rest. I'm hereby to inform y'all that Whisper is going places. Well, you don't need to inform me, Mark Davis. I don't think you need to inform me because I keep it very much in line and go with what I see and assess it at that time. So, well, if you think he's going places, no problem. I've never said he's not. I just gave you a broad brush to say that we have to be careful how we deal with these young kids because you don't know the mind state of them. All right, Mark Davis. All right, yes. So that's what I've said. Maybe in a lot more other words, but that's exactly what I've said. So I've never said anything bad towards the kid. I'm trying to say, make sure you don't hype up people and always tell them that they're right, even when they are flat out wrong. You get me? So make sure they know what happened before when reality sinks in, because the world have a way to humble you and tell you that you're wrong and you don't know it all. You're not good enough. And you have to be getting up to be good enough. So you have to prepare people's head to be in that state. That's what we were saying. If you want me to choose the words that maybe sound more aggressive so you can understand faster, that's exactly what we were saying.
Really, look at this, right? Greenwood had an excellent season before Renella came there, right? And when Renella went there, Renella was telling that they're part of his game he need to improve on, right? Remember, no, the guy had an excellent season. And I think he said he's like, guess what? I score more, I have double-digit goal, contribute a double-digit goal for the season, assist and everything. I know what I'm doing, right? So that's how, and I think Renella said to himself, you're not there as yet, you're developing. So it's how you
Mhm.
take it in and you move on to it, right? Remember, Shamar has been in a professional environment for over 8 years, going 9 years now. And first off, understand, he has, when he left, Song went to Europe, right? He went as a youngster, unknown, into one of probably the hardest place in Europe, Western Europe, to really go learn football. And he he did it rough way. He said it himself, and that's why I have to come out and give him respect, because I know that Serbia, Slovenia, Macedonia, and these places are not the easiest place for somebody who has never traveled Europe to go and start their footballing career, right? And he went there. The guy say himself say he didn't know that when you're gonna play in cold weather, right? You can't have clothes. Your boot have to, if you're a size 10, you have to look for your one level, right? With your two socks, right? And we as players who play in Jamaica, we always like our football shoes tight on our foot. And he said that for the first two training session, two of them blister up. He didn't know that, but
They
he learned
can't move.
the first play for two of them, right? But as I said, and these are the key stuff. Person moving to Europe, especially when the winter season come and you don't know. You don't know when you're going preseason in the winter, probably they might go Spain or Portugal because of one temperature time, right? The bigger team they normally go to Dubai and these places too for warm weather training and things like that, right? But when the lesser teams that Slovenia and these teams, they're not gonna fly over to Dubai, right? When they not have that big financial backing. So you're gonna do your training the same way. So when you wear tight shoes, go and you come back in a couple of days after. The two of them mash up. Two of them stiff them list up. So it take you a while. And I think that's why when he went to Dumzali, he was starting at the first and person wrestling, oh, in Ghana, Europe, and nobody now hear from him. But when person don't know what has happened, and that's why I think when they bought Paris to replace him, right? I think for the
Mm-hmm.
team, they're like, oh, we're getting another Jamaican player, right? Remember, Paris had his full first season of Premier League, and
Mm-hmm.
they brought him to replace the leading goal scorer, right? But when he went there, they said that he wasn't up to standard. He wasn't up to the standard they want him at that time, so they sent him out on loan, right? He went down to the second division, make a name for himself, right? The team decided to send him out there back again, another loan. Went to KKR, brought the team from what 10 in the league, right? Go up there to play against FC Kappa, lost in the final. But the coach from Kappa saw something in him and brought him over, and the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. But let me explain something to people because you see your life funny. Because all we're trying to say, we are just trying to make sure we prepare these new core of players better. All right. Yes, look at that. Zimenez goes overseas, and I reported that yes, he signs to the overall branch, but he's going to go to U team because that's what they have written. And then if he performs well, he's going to go into the main team and fluctuate between each other. That's the exact thing happening. He got an opportunity to go to first team and then they put him back down. He was impressive in that small little spell, but they still put him back down because others came in. You understand me? So, and I still saw the kid being upbeat. So that's the difference than previous times. So that's how we're saying. Brendan said very few Jamaicans expressed an impressive football intellect. Sample size is taken from YouTube. Okay. Anurul says facts. Agree, JD and Marlon. Up, Martin, how you doing, man?
But JD,
Marlon Yall wasn't the one who saw Messi. Question. Therefore, the world wouldn't see such talented players. Mark Davis, I think the problem is I don't know how to word this. People like you, when you talk, it's like you're not listening to nothing what anyone else says. You're just talking off what you're saying. All right? Because even when this is a live stream, so I would advise you to pull it up back. So let me just move from your comment before I respond. Just pull it up back and watch the live stream and hear how we talk on matters. All right? Yes, that is the best way.
Mark Davis, you really don't understand what we're saying. We're saying the player is in a very important part of his development, right? It's not like you see a kid picking a ball on the road and say, this kid, like we can take him and work on him, right? Messi was doing stuff in Argentina what a normal 12-year-old wasn't doing, right? Thiago Almeida at Atlanta United right now was doing the same thing that Messi was doing. Almeida was one of the first young Almeida and Ezekiel Barker were the two first. Ezekiel Barker was the first young top talent from South America to turn on Real Madrid to go play for Atlanta United. And because a whole Argentina coaching staff was there and they brought him there and said him stuff, right? Almada is the only player that Argentina brought in their World Cup squad that plays in MLS, right? Apart from Armani, who's the keeper at River Plate, right? So when I think when it was at Rosario, I saw Almada playing under 10, right? I saw him playing under 10 JD when I was in Buenos Aires, playing under 10, right? And person we're talking about this super kid. These are two players that who person we're talking about. Being the next Messi, right? Yes, they haven't taken the European road, but a guy that came to MLS and is now doing the same thing there. And you see the rate is on the player. When a player turned down Real Madrid to go and play in US, right? As a marquee player there. See the highest rated player there, same way, highest value player in the league, same way. But at the same time, he has improved. So we're not talking about spotting talent. What we're saying, the player is in development stage right now. So we don't want to take him and say, guess what? You're there, you're not there as yet. Right? Boza is out there saying he's still working at his craft at 26. Right? So when you're 18, this is the part you're trying to improve, learn from the more experienced players. When person says what you have to learn from Boza, right? The man has gone into three European countries, right? There are 3 different football education we take from it, right? Belgium, you're gonna go to Belgium and work and basically work and develop yourself technically, right? Remember that he left to Belgium to replace Victor Osimhen. When he went to Shalawa, he went to replace Osimhen. And person don't even realize Osimhen went to Lille. Then he went to Napoli. Then Jonathan David left from Genk.
Comes through. Yeah.
So we watch football, guys. We don't just come and sit and talk. We're analyzing players. We know what we are talking about, right? And one person have been all over the place when it comes to football. The only continent I haven't been on when it comes to talk about football, right, is Africa. We've been Oceania. I've been in so many academies in South America, right? When you go, that's that, and when you come and say, guess what? We are way behind the world. USA saw that what they need to do to catch up with Mexico, right? If you have probably told Mexico that, guess what? The beginning of the millennium that USA would have come and bypass them in football right now. Nobody in that Mexican Federation would have believed it. But they have made investment, right? They still have one of the biggest youth tournament in the world, Dallas Cup, going on the same way. Where you find everybody's academy is playing football here. You go to Dallas Cup JD, you sometime have 25 matches going on at the same time. So they spend their money on development. So we're saying it's another world out there, right? When we think our talent is the top talent in Jamaica, when they go overseas, it's a whole different story. You find players that are equal with players that are way ahead of you.
But Marlon, in the Concacaf, we don't even have a top 10 talent, like young talent. That's what I said to them. I don't even think. Remember, Concacaf consists of Mexico and United States. United States have so much top talents playing out there. Look at my boy. He's what, at 20 million already, and he's in the goal for Chelsea. He's Slanini, or whatever his name is. Slanini.
So you look at it. Canada, the Rutia, Max Rutia, and these guys. So the amount of talent is on Costa Rica. You still have Bennett.
Bennett's still there. So let we stop. Oh, people, we have a lot of other countries doing these things, and most of these players are exceptionally way ahead of Whisper at this point, and they can't even get a game for the next teams. Them. So how can we say we are first or second in CONCACAF, but yet still we are badding up the coach to give that kid a game, when the other guys them are ahead of him and still can't get game in the team? And we said our teams are better than those teams. So we make that make sense. Make that make sense, because these people pay 20 times what I've heard circulating that they paid for him. So why would they pay so much for those guys and pay so little for him? But yet still he's better than all of them. Some people, let we just give the coach time, give the player time, and let it just play out. Because I'm telling you, you guys crash and burn players. Jamaica culture, crash and burn young players. You get me? Jamaica culture, crash and burn young players. Believe me, man. I know you guys want them to do good enough, but sometimes your attitude just make them fail. Because you set them up. You hear Maggie. Guys, I promise you, I beg you to watch Maggie's old video, when he's talking about Jamaican people that deal with him and other people that deal with him, and how it turned out in the end. And when him actually there foreign, it proves that he did not know so much things. Because when Ricardo Gardner was actually telling him the truth, you had 5 other managers in his ears. Don't listen to him. The man said it out of his mouth, 5 other managers, 5 other persons saying, don't listen to him. But it's when he fails in Belgium, he starts to realize, oh God, but Gardner was telling me the truth. But you could have known from day one, because Gardner is the biggest person. And where you want to go, this man was successful in where you want to go. But you never listen to him. You listen to all the persons who telling you, oh, you are great, until you're not great. Or you realize you're never really good either too, because the level was Jamaican standard to worldwide standard, which is night and day. You understand me? So we need to be very careful how we deal with these kids, people. I'm telling you, all right? And that's where I finish my point. I got, man, you have anything to say on that? Because I want to move off this. I don't like talking on it, because a lot of people can't comprehend. They only listen to words and think that you're saying negative and not even understand you're giving people credit, you know?
We just say the players is at his development stage right now, and it's good for him to be there with these players, right? Remember now, when Zeminis got into Jamaica team, what Paula did, put into room with Mariapa. You have an experienced person to learn from. And these are stuff, these are stuff that we're talking about. So he's there. You have you have so many professional players there right now, right? If you look like a Lambasika who come through a professional environment, Bernard and these players are still coming. Dishan Bernard is coming, and when the guy said he's learning from Maps and Low and these people, because guess what? Yes, I might come to Manchester United Academy, but guess what? It's international football. So these persons know the ins and outs. These are two experienced professional at international level. Yes, I might come to a bigger club than them, but they have done it at international level. So I want to reach there. And that's what I'm saying. I say Whisper being there with them, persons who have been at the international, been at the professional level. You will learn a lot from them. So don't say you cannot learn from Corey Burke and Boza. These persons are in a professional environment. They know training basic and everything, how to do, how to act as a professional. But these are little aspects he will get from them. Once he's
facts.
In moving forward in his career, these are the little nuggets you're gonna pick up off them.
All right. So Ari Vibe says, JD, does Antonio goals going goalless throughout the group stage not bother you? No. Why? I just said he was one of the best players in one game, maybe if not the man of the match in one game. So I think, and he has an assist in the game, and he has contribution. He was involved in all 3 goals, and before he came off. So I don't know. Remember, that's a job. The formation, the function, and the system. The system function with the formation. Is pivotal to how Mikel Antonio plays. So let that stays right there, and that's it. All right.
Antonio wasn't getting involved in the attacking third and being a part of the build-up and stuff else and creating the opportunities and having openings around the 18-yard box. It will be concerning. But the man has been there. He's creating the openings, right? The link-up plays there, the hold-up plays there, same way. So he has been valuable to our offense.
Yeah. Ambitious Hustler said, JD, shot boss from Galchester say up. Shot boss from Galchester says up. I am amazed by some of these languages. All right, big up yourself, Ambitious Hustler. Hope all is well with you and your family. Yes, Brain Jane says, I think Shamar was being set up to fail. I might think so as well. Brain Jane says, Maggie is great. Well, okay, Brain Jane, I'm gonna done this. And then Rico reacts says, the drop off level after Antonio is frightening. Yes, but others think that he has dropped off as well. Roko react, which I think he's doing his job. The guy is playing excellent, to be honest. He's doing his job, you know. Aldian says, JD, just accept the fact Whisper is a special talent. You Jamaicans just can't accept that a Jamaican can play at the highest level at a young age. We all agree he has a lot to learn. The guy is good. So, Aldian, I think you haven't listened to nothing what I've said. Because you wrote the same damn thing that I've said. And you are repeating it and cursing me out. So I told you about the people that don't listen to nobody else. Wow. Oh, ironic. You have said everything. Pull the video back again. And then you have to come and tell me sorry.
About Whisper development, being a part and the experience he's gaining being a part of the Gold Cup squad. So what's negative about that? Right? When you go to Chelsea, right? When you go there, you will see the level where the players are. And that's what we're talking. I said, getting this little experience right now, it help his development. Right?
I've completely given up. I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm done because it makes no sense to be here talking the whole time. JD, we are still waiting on video that you said you would do if Whisper did get signed to Chelsea, and people slow down with Whisper. Still has a lot to learn. If he signs to Chelsea, I would do a video. I did the video. I did a video saying that he signs to Chelsea. In it, yes. I've not gone deep dive. I'm gonna still research, collect as much information, and then do a separate video. No problem, no problem. All right, yeah, man. People, I know I'm decoding things as I do go, because I'm not the perfect human being. So I have listened to you. I've listened to you, and then I kind of figured out to get the point across. But today, I can't because I've talked so long. Listen to this now. I am yet to hear JD credit Whisper for his performances in this Gold Cup thus far, while his favorite Bobby Reid is yet to spark. I did a complete video giving Whisper credit, Marlon, a video separate, for him, We never had a video for Bobby Reid, and I gave him my rating and everything, and tell him to hold his head up, I gave him his rating, Wow. These men are professional liars, man. God. JD, what do you think? USA overrule a own goal to give the baller a trick. USA overrule a own goal to give Jesus Ferreira a trick. I said it. They said the third one was damn our own goal because the guy kicked it in a different direction, and Jason said, "No, JD, it's his because it was going in and it trinks off of the player, and the player was not in a balanced motion. So all sorts of metric. So I guess United States tried the metric." To get the goal, and it was awarded to him. And to be honest, it's okay because the defender was not balanced. So that is true from Jason. So that's why it was credited to him.
But Judy, it's the same thing, because when you consider own goal, right? If the ball is not going towards goal and you turn it in goal, it's an own goal.
I know, but the ball was going into goal, Marlon, and through the player kicked the ball, Marlon. So the player kicked the ball into the goal, but he was unbalanced. So that's why Marlon. I thought it was a own goal. I thought it was a own goal as well.
Once it's on target, it cannot be a own goal.
No, but Marlon, the way him kicked, to him rifle the ball in the.
Remember, UEFA was the one who fight for it. I think it was Zlatan when Zlatan was at Juventus, right? He was a ball was going to the goal, and they were talking about it should have been a hat-trick for him or a own goal, and they used every metric to really get it back. And then FIFA basically said once the ball is on target, going towards the goal, and deflection or anything, and once it goes in the goal, right, it should be considered goal to the person who kick it.
Okay, so Marlon give Ferreira a trick easy, So he's gonna score 70 million goals, and nobody else can get the golden boot.
But JD, if you look at it, if the ball is going to the goal and I'm coming across and I kick it in the goal, so that I say is a lot of metrics they use to it is the total money. If a ball is going to the goal and I run as a defender and I kick it past the goalkeeper, right? Yeah, I give the player the goal same way. So as I said, it's a lot to it. That's why they call them dodgy goals.
Yeah, but he's just gonna run away with the goal, and he has not even been so exceptional in the entire tournament so far. You know, he has been one of the best players, to be honest. He kicks on after the first match, but
Like
damn man.
what I like about him still, and even when person were saying that Pepe is a better player than him, I think he played the game simple, right? He played the game. He does the simplest thing, right? As a striker, he don't really stay around the 18-yard box. There are times he drop in the pocket there, and that's when it's deadly. When he comes to that ball and hand it off to the when he passes it off to the wingers and head for that box, that's where it's very dangerous.
Yep.
I'm really looking for him to really kick on and move on to Europe. There's a lot of persons in the West who are really rating that highly, but even when Pepe came on school to go to Jamaica, I had Ferrer as a better player over him the same way.
Yeah. All right. I'm very sorry, people, but I just always came up with this thing of reading comments. So it doesn't matter if they are against me or with me. I try to always read everything. But once I do have a guest on the show, I normally skip out comments to just make the show run. And some of the time, every time I skip it on this system, it only gives me a certain amount. So that's why. So sorry about that. All right. So Alj, sorry about that. All right, people, don't worry yourself, man. It's okay. All right. So Ferreira, he played 3 games. He made the 2 teams of the week so far, and he's definitely making the next one as well. So he's going to make every team of the week, everyone. And he has 6 goals. 6 goals in the 3 games. All right. Let me see if he has any assists. No, I don't think so. No, he has no assists as well, but he's definitely a very good player. To be honest, he's mobile, way more mobile. You understand me? So we have to give him credit. And this is the next person I think will come out of the pipeline and reach easy well at 25, 30 million as a striker. You understand me? So United States is producing players after players, you know? Yes. JD, they want you to give Whisper an award. Okay. He was definitely the best player in the Manning Cup. Second, Iman, my boy, tied for me in the Manning Cup. Iman, in the schoolboy football, Iman, I never gave him it. What's the game? What's my Malachi Douglas? Iman Malachi Douglas tied in the Manning Cup for the best player. All right. Yes, because I couldn't award him because of the goals that he scored, because it never took them over the line. And Malachi Douglas was integral towards the system of CC and stuff, and what he did, his performances was always up. And anytime both of them match each other, it looks like their quality. So they were joint for me. JD said Bernard was the man of the match yesterday. Game face smiling. 8 against Phoenix. All right, let me type it in right here. Let me just go here. Let me just go here and show you. Because that's one of the things. That's why I said I was going to block a lot of people. Let me go right here and just go in the community section just to show you. All right. So the people that own the actual tournament. This is what they posted. The man of the match was the player of the match yesterday was Dishan Bernard. So Dishan Bernard was the player of the match yesterday. So what kind of lie? You came here and tell me that Leon Bailey got the man of the match, and when I go and look, it proved that you guys were lying. So you can't just come back and say that, okay, JD was actually accurate to how he broke down the reason why they would have given it to the defender, because I never checked anything, you know. I just gave my take, and my take turned out to be right. So advocate, go on Concacaf that own the competition and make up a story, all right? Yes. So you see, say you lie, advocate. You see, say you're a liar. You get me? Because you never know I had it here. So what are you going to say now? Concacaf bad mind Phoenix as well. You're such a wicked, blind person. So look no. So can you say sorry? Can you say sorry, advocate? because you never checked anything aside from YouTube. Okay, Marlon, look at him comment. Marlon, look at his comment. Jesus Christ, this man is I'm from today. I am done with Advocate. I am people. Look at what an Advocate wrote. The man is so corrupted. The man says the 8-4 Phoenix is all over Concacaf. Oh my God, this brother. Oh, I can't believe this. This is the all-time greatest. Jesus God. The defender was very much exceptional on the day when Jamaica struggled with the aerial ball and the man scored a goal. And they gave him the man of the match. And well, let me give up, brother. Let's close out the show. Phoenix are one cult, as what Shadow Striker says. Phoenix is a cult, brother. Brother, how the two lie, man. Wow. The man said. So people, please do smash the like button. I think that's the best point to actually finish the show on, because I can't believe them man don't live in reality, people. I watched the game and I said I looked at all of the phases. Liam Bailey was good in the game. That is true. But this guy was good as well. And he still had a goal contribution on top of it as being as good as Liam Bailey on the defensive end. He's going to make the team of the week. Liam Bailey has not made a team of the week as to this point, and he's not going to make it again. He's not going to make it again for the third week in a row. So why is it so Concacaf fighting against Liam Bailey to put Demarai in and Damian Lowe in 2 times? Come on, guys. They are not fighting against Phoenix, all right? Bailey was clearly the best player. LB said, JD said, okay, Aldine says, you're happy I'm not. So you really tell me that. But both of them get the awards, for separate locations, I was sorry, Aldine, that they never gave one award for the best player in schoolboy football in total. All right? Wow. No, the problem is, Aldine, I would have given both of them the opportunity. So why you never look at it as a positive way that I would have given Whisper and Malachi Douglas the opportunity to play? So why you never look at it as a positive? Why you have to go down the negative route? Wait was excellent in goal. Thank you very much as well. So yes, thank you very much. Advocate, you can be such a nice human being when you talk with sense. Once you come out of the Phoenix Academy, everything is perfectly fine with your brain cells. But once you nobody was close to Whisper in schoolboy football, else them would have been going to Chelsea. No, that's not how football work, Eddie Guna. Come on, man. We need to go back and watch the Manning Cup. Remember, I was the biggest hype man for Whisper going into Manning Cup, and I gave him the football, the respect, all right? Whisper lifted the level of the schoolboy football, JD. Where are the others now? All right, then. You can say what you said, but you can't say Malachi Douglas was not good in the schoolboy football. You would be lying. You would be lying, people. You never see football play like what CC played in Jamaica in the Manning Cup. You never see it in your lifetime. You saw players like Whisper turn up in the Manning Cup before and score 30-odd goals. You always omit it for reality, but it happened over and over. You saw that happen over and over, people. So Eddie Gune can war all they want. I evaluate football different. I was the one hyping up Whisper going in. I'm learn about other players at the same time.
But this is the case to it, right? Romain Blake was hosting as a defender, right? He don't score 10 goals or 15 goals, but he did what he needed to do as a defender, right? Whisper was highlighted because of his attribute that he used out there. He scored goal and he had assists, right? But at the same time, the 2 teams that went to the final, when Malachi Douglas' name is going to become and highlighted because he won D Cup and they won the Oliver Shield, right?
And in all competition, the two team games together, he performed again. He outperformed almost everyone. So why we can lie so?
If we are putting Whisper there, putting Whisper as the attacking threat, we have to highlight the defender the same way, right? We have to highlight the defender and we have to highlight the midfielder because these are the two men that went to the final. These are the men that won the titles. At the end of the season, Whisper scored the goal, but I didn't see these guys, they won the title. And they are highlighted players. So we have to put them the same way. So it's not about if they were good as Whisper, they'll be going to Chelsea, right?
I think that their metric towards football is very much flawed, people. Let me be realistic, man. Come on. I saw the player and the player keep on impressing. Whisper was one of the best players in the Manning Cup. But you have a lot of players you could say that they were equally as effective on a field as Whisper. Because I think Satchwell, you could say the same thing of Satchwell as well. The exact same thing. And you know what too? When Satchwell is on the field, he outperforms Whisper. Can you deny that? Can you deny that? Can you guys in the chat deny that? When Stats play KC, Whisper play better than Satchwell? You would be lying, people. Stop the foolishness. Stop the cap. All right. So when Whisper played against Romy and Blake, he outperformed them? No. Romy and Blake shut him down. Shut him down. I was watching all the games with 5 different screens and I analyze plays. I am the one that does the job. Stop lying. Give other Jamaican kids credit. You guys are too lie. All right. A lot of games Whisper was poor in. The first George's game, he was poor in that game. Even though he sets up 2 plays and the player was poor to finish the play. But aside from that, he got shut down in areas. So the kid is learning. The kid is learning. I do the job. So, you guys come in here to tell me lies. I watched all the games. I was the first one talking about this kid. So I don't know why you turn up now and act like you know more than me. It don't make no sense. Stop it. I'm not going to believe you. I did the whole Manning Cup and I learned that Jamaica have a lot of promising talent. It might take a little bit longer than Whisper. So congratulations to Whisper. You're doing a beautiful job, but we can give other Jamaican kids their credit as well, man. Come on, man. Come on, people, man. Come on, people, man. You know? Come on, people, man. JD, cut it out now. Who is Romy and Blake compared to goal? Romy and Blake is not no. I said in the game, JC versus KC. Romy and Blake, you could see that he knows more about football than Whisper because he figured him out and shut him down. Was that a lie? The game is there on TV. Go and watch it. So let me give the other kids in Jamaica credit, and it shows that Whisper has things to work on. Maybe he already worked on them since that game. You get me? So let me just respect all the players in Jamaica. We are all Jamaicans, man. You know? JD, do you still believe Demarai is better than Whisper? I have not seen nothing from Whisper as yet. I'm still waiting on Whisper to play on the same level. He scored in the Concacaf, which is a good level as well. All right. So Demarai Clark score goals at high level as well. So what are you saying, Advocate? What are you trying to say? Marlon, I can't bother with this anymore. I reached 3 hours. I can't bother. I'm stressed out with Advocate. JD, the number 20 on TNT, better. Oh God. People, we're not gonna continue the war. We can't do anything anymore, you know. Jamaica had a lot of good players in the Manning Cup, and that's a positive. That's not a negative. It's a positive. All right.
But Julie, I think last year's schoolboy football, I think a lot of talented players come over Manning Cup and League Cup, right? And there's a lot of players who are looking to move overseas. Some might be going to clubs, some are going to further their football education with a football scholarship, right? It's not everybody have an agent to really take them and push them, right? I am so sorry that Blake wasn't 3-inch taller. He was. At least a football club can see the ability he has, right? And we're basically seeing it in the CSC game, see which a team that have been falling apart, and he still look like he's a footballer on that field.
Marlon, can you tell Advocate that Jamar Clark has an injury before even the coach got hired? Advocate, just stop lying, Advocate. The player don't play. As yet, Advocate, the player don't play. Advocate, just stop, no brother. You're making up stories, and we have the facts here. The player don't play. He
That
would
player,
have been called up.
he played. He has a ligament, ACL ligament damage.
Okay. They said Tevin said JD 8 whisper. How do you sleep at night, JD? Oh my God, I'm a bun mute. We're not saying the other players weren't good. We are saying Whisper was above the rest. And Drew, why can't us be? I am coming from a football level, and I'm seeing things that you might not saw, and that's why I think other players were better or equal to what he was doing. Why you can't just respect me for that? Why? Yeah, I don't know when. Someday I'm gonna get my respect from you. All right. When the next Jamaican black baller that I talked about break out and get big, then it will give me my respect. But for now, I'm gonna have to be the hater of players, which is a lie. I am an honest person, and I just talk because I am the one with a bag of paper here, writing down players' name on my free time, looking at clips, doing all sorts of things. And Uno just have on the phone and just a war with me every single day. Every single day, when I war with me, but I'm here the one. I book and paper, I write down things and I put up everything. Every damn thing with paper with players. And I make profile. For just to know some accurate when me attack, or if me I send off a paper to somebody, for somebody inspect a player, them can actually do it. And me are the one who are doing that. But Uno are the one who know more than me. Boy. Then Uno take my job now. Uno go take my job.
But JD, what I'm saying, JD, what you're highlighting, you said Whisper was excellent, but the other player who was excellent in the competition, in their position, throughout the competition, right? Blake was a standout defender through schoolboy football, right?
They don't
Douglas
care. They don't care, Marlon. They don't care.
standout players as a midfielder, right? Whisper scored goals and had the assists, but those players, they were the standout players in their position, right? So we have to give you them the ratings as well.
Oh Lord. All right. They said, JD, you have a curved TV, not seeing straight. Oh my God. I have a big 100-inch TV there. I have a curved monitor upstairs, around 50-inch. I have two straight monitors you're looking at. Two straight monitors. But I do have a curved monitor upstairs. That's around 50-inch, so it's very big monitor, bigger than the two monitors here, or maybe a little bit smaller than the two because it's like 50. All right, so stop playing with me. I have straight monitors here. These are two straight monitors, and that's a straight big ass TV. Yeah. All right. All right, so people, Marlon, give them the final word, man, because we're done. People, please do smash the like button, man. Stop playing with the thing. We pride ourselves on education, so let we just do it, people. We are doing the best for Jamaica. All right, don't follow Advocate. Advocate say Concacaf bad mind Phoenix. That is where it gone now. He should not have talked after this. So he spun the conversation back to him winning. I don't know. Something is wrong with Advocate's brain, Marlon.
Better than Boza, yes, we know that. Boza have about 50 professional goals.
Yeah. I bet Whisper start in the next game. Advocate, I would love for him to start. I would love for him to score 50,000 goals. You know why? It is Jamaica winning. And I am the one that will be happy. But you guys seems to can't be happy with Jamaica winning because you find something to war about. All right? Yes. So I'm going to wait and respond. I am going to be happier if Jamaica win and Whisper score a trick than you. Because you know what, Marlon, what he's going to do? He's going to come back right here. You see me tell you, JD. So he got angry. He's going to angry, I'm not realizing that. Okay, I was waiting on the response. So people, take care. Have a nice day. Please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. All right, take care, stay safe, and we have a new intro.